Hello, and welcome to Careful Cantrip, guys. Tonight, we will be playing a very fun game called Phantom Fungi, and I'm really excited about it. But before we get started, we do have a couple of announcements. So, first off, big thank you to World Anvil for sponsoring this. It's an excellent tool for all things world building, and right now, if you use code Careful Cantrip, you can get 40% off any 12-month subscription, which is a huge savings, very much worth it. We also have a giveaway tonight from our good friends at Mithril Armory. So use !roll to be entered into that. We'll warn you again at the break. It's going to be a free t-shirt off their website of your choice. Totally up to you. It's awesome. We'll give details once the winner is announced at the end of the episode. But if you don't win, you can use code CAREFUL for 10% off anything in your cart when you go to checkout. Now, with that out of the way, I'm so excited to introduce our guest for the night. So let's go ahead and start with the lovely Mr. Rob Hartley.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all here. Good to see some familiar names in the chat. I am super excited to be here. I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a professional dungeon master and full-time gamer. I'm a DM for a comedy group called Viva La Dirt League, and we do an actual play comedy series over on YouTube, half-an-hour episodes per week. And then you can also see me on my own right at twitch.tv/RobertHartleyGM, where I do a whole bunch of Dungeons and Dragons adjacent things and just TTRPG adjacent things in general. I'm very excited to finally be a player in one of AJ's games.
Exciting. I am too.
The next person.
Go ahead, Faye.
Who they are.
Oh, hi. Hello. Sorry, I was muted. How are we all doing? Hi, everybody. I'm Mindari. You can also call me Faye. That's my real life name. I'm a D&D streamer. Do a lot of world building and homebrew writing over on my channel, twitch.tv/Mindari, which is spelled MENDARII. I homebrew. I world build. I do a lot of dumb things on stream. So you should come check it out. And that's all I got. That's all we're doing. Yeah, cool. Next person.
Amazing. Yeah, let's jump to the mushroom in the room, if you would.
Hey guys! Go! Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm the dead Aussie mushroom, and I'm super happy to be here. Look, I do this for a living. Okay, that's what you see is what you get. It's on the cereal box, okay? You either like it or you don't. You can find me over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/deadauziegamer. I also go all over the internet doing this thing that you're watching. Look at you go, you people in the audience, watching things with your eyes.
Yeah,
yep.
Thank you so much.
What?
AJ, our wonderful DM for the night, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Hi, my name is AJ Winters. I am the DM and world builder over on WintersTales, my channel. I do regular world building streams, and in 41 days, we are launching our flagship D&D show, The Chronicles of Aelin. I'm very excited. But tonight, I will be the guest DM for a cute and chaotic one-shot called Phantom Fungi. Yeah, that's correct. These incredible players here are going to be playing little sentient mushroom friends, scouting out around Phantom Forest. But before we get to that, I'd like to meet the characters that they're going to be playing. So team, can you give me a little rundown of your character for tonight's game? Let's go in overlay order. So it's going to be the same as the intro, but with Bobby in there. So starting with Rob, who are you playing tonight?
Hello. So I am playing Mai, short for Maitake, who is a very mother hen type. She's an old lady mushroom. The type of mushroom she is a mushroom called Maitake, or hen of the woods. And she's the healer of the group. She's heals with making sure that everybody's well fed. Have you had enough to eat, love? And she's going to be pottering around helping the group not die, hopefully.
I love it so much.
And also, I didn't dress up like a mushroom today or make an anime, but I do have raw mushrooms as my table snack of choice today.
No, really? Why?
Ugh. Ugh.
How could you eat your own kind?
Each their own.
How could you
They're
do
not my
it?
kind. They're not my kind. I'm a maitake mushroom. These are white button mushrooms, completely different species.
Our cousin was a white button.
And he's delicious.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I know.
Lordy.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Faye.
Yes. Hi, hello. I'm playing a tiny little sort of like very traditional red cap white spot mushroom, very similar to the one that AJ is wearing on her head. And her name is Anita, and she is. Are we talking about the like role?
Yeah,
that they
what
are?
your role that you're playing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I'm a little scout. I keep an eye out on all the people, and I have. She has this little you know those like toothpick crossbows that like have like the little rubber band. That's what
Amazing.
she's wielding.
I love it so much. That's awesome. Bobby.
I will be playing Bibi, who is an eccentric little country boy mushroom called a werewere kokeko. Totally pronouncing that right, I'm sure.
Sounds right to me.
And yeah, he's the protector of the group. He's going to keep everyone safe. He's kind of a long little string boy blue mushroom. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
We love it. And finally, Dag. It's weird talking to a mushroom animation. Who are you playing tonight?
Well, now that you asked me, thank you for that. I'm playing Inky. Inky is well, I don't know what kind of mushroom I am. I think I'm just one of these inky mushrooms, and I'm a goo slinger. I sling goo. You want some goo?
Mhm.
You
Maybe
Bring
later.
people your yeah, okay. No worries. If you're a little confused about what's happening, we are playing a bit of a reskinned honey heist, where these players are mushroom people in a mushroom city. So are we ready? Let's
Ready.
roll that intro, shall we?
Let's do it.
There is something innately magical about Phantom Forest. The ground itself breathes life into the plants and trees. Actual life, sentient life. It has been never truly determined when the first pair of eyes blinked open on the flora and fungi of the forest, but ever since, these small creatures have made a home for themselves among the willow trees. But for today's story, we dive into the middle of the forest, surrounded by a particular grove of hollow tree trunks in the depths of the luminescent valley, lies Mushroom City, a haphazardly arranged conglomerate of districts, small businesses, and toadstool houses. Not real toadstools, of course, but mud and clay formed into their image as a way to reminisce about the old days. And here in Mushroom City, all kinds of fungi and creatures alike live together. The shiitake clans, the Chanterelli maidens, the hordes of black truffle children rolling around, and even some breeds of flowers like the poppy family or the dandelion elders. But Phantom Forest isn't always happy and merry. There are dangers beyond the grove and on the outskirts of the forest that give its particular name. And we're not just talking about the sly foxes and birds that prey on lost wanderers, but the magical ley lines. Some fungi have been known to return to non-sentient form if the magic is blocked or diverted unexpectedly. And so a prestigious group was formed known as the Fungi Foragers, tasked with scouting the outskirts of the city, finding food, protecting citizens from oncoming danger, and testing the magic ley lines for any sign of fault. These warriors in their own right are the keepers of the city. They make Mushroom City safe. And today, 4 new recruits are being given their official ranking and first ever mission as foragers. We find first a small redcap from the Anita family, preparing for the day's events and future mission. Faye, what would Anita be doing in the early hours of ceremony day?
I think that Anita is very excited about the ceremony that's going on this afternoon. But she also wants to make sure she's sort of on top of like all of the responsibilities that she's about to assume. So she is probably has climbed up on one of the like you said like ceramic toadstool like homes and is sort of standing there just kind of looking out peeking, taking little notes, making sure, you know, she's like, okay, the blade of grass was at this angle at this time, and writing all that down. Just making sure that everything is ready to go for the day.
Perfect. Well, as Anita is doing such, she hears a call down from the kitchen that is directly below her. Her mother calls up to her. Anita, get down.
Oh, sorry, Mother. She'll hop down from the thing, just sort of grab and then like swing down the edge, and she'll kind of hit the wall a little bit, but because she's sort of like poofy, she just kind of bounces off and lands on the ground. Waddles inside.
Your mother, once you walk inside, sort of brushes the dust off of your mushroom face and hands you a big bag, one of those netted woven ones. Now, I know you're excited for your ceremony day, but please go and deliver this to the center of town. You know that Mr. Mushroom himself would really like his delivery. I know you've got so many responsibilities coming in the future, but this last one, please.
Of course, Mother. Is there,
You make your way.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to say
She was just
something
gonna
else?
ask
Yeah?
if there was anything else that her mom like needs before she goes.
Her mum is already like retending to a pot on the stove. Nothing is, prepared in this kitchen. She's a very busy type, and you being one of many red cap children are probably don't give that much attention to you during the day.
Sure.
Sorry, I just need to adjust the sound because I can't hear.
It's so loud,
There we
and
go.
I don't think Dave has it enabled, so we could turn it down.
You can turn it down yourself in Roll20.
It does not. That setting is not there.
In the settings under audio and
Yeah,
video.
in the
That's
audio
easy
and
volume
video.
Oh my
level.
god, it's all moved. I'm just dumb. Never mind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We're
just
all
had to
just
go and
mushrooms
change
here.
that. Give
It's
me a
fine.
second.
It's fine. I just like to blame things on Dave.
Valid. So your mother is quite busy attending to all the different dishes she has to prepare. There may or may not be a great feast after the ceremony. It depends if your mission is tonight itself or early tomorrow morning, but you don't find out until the ceremony. So you head off towards the mushroom markets. So Mr. Mushroom is not his actual name. It's because he runs a mushroom market himself. His name is Podge, and Podge runs one of the local distillery stalls where they transform different types of very basic flowers that aren't the sentient type into different types of liquids. So you deliver some empty jars and pots that your mum has been able to find off to Podge, and he welcomes you into his store with open arms. Oh, hello there, Anita.
Hi, Podge. I've got some stuff for you from my mom. I think that it's all intact because she
Oh,
kind of
wonderful.
was wobbling back and forth.
Absolutely wonderful. Come in, child. Now, since it's ceremony day, I'd like to gift you something I've been working on.
What is it?
He takes one of the jars that you've delivered him and he pours out this beautiful luminescent purple liqueur and tightens the jar for you and hands it back. Now, don't drink it until you're out on your first mission. It's a wonderful serum and it will make you stronger.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Mr. Mushroom. Or sorry, Podge. That's so very sweet of you. And she'll take it and she's like made this little sort of makeshift belt that she sort of wove together from probably like grass. And there's like a little snap that she has that's like or it's more of like a button, I guess, that's like from like a pebble that she hooks it on into her little pouch. So she's like, I'm ready to go.
Wonderful. You do such a good job on your first mission, all right? And I hope to never see you in this store as a worker again.
Thanks, Podge. And she'll
Have a
give him
good
hug.
day. Oh, yes. Very nice. He sets you on your way. Anita continues, I'm guessing, taking notes for the rest of the day before the ceremony. And we check in with a little homestead of Bibi, our future protector of the fungi foragers. What is Bibi up to this morning?
Bibi is currently rubbing his head. As upon waking up, he hit his head on the ceiling because he has a very shabby home that's kind of too low for him. And may have very well forgotten what he's supposed to do today in general.
Perfect. As Bibi rubs his head, he looks up in his ramshackled room of old bits of wood that are not really in place. He sees several notes, not written by him, by someone close to him, with big circles in red ink, ceremony day. Within this room as well, there's a couple of different equipment that you use for working out. Being a future protector means you need to be a bit of a strong mushroom. And Bibi has all these like home-built workout stuff, like bags
dumbbells
of
with
rocks
acorns.
yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So what would
guess I
Bibi...
better give it the whole college try. Begins just sort of doing reps with his acorn barbell, you know.
Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Now, who would be the person in Bibi's life that would have left all these notes for him?
His incredibly short mother.
His incredibly short mother. Perfect. So,
Hours over.
as you are straining with these acorn barbells, a very short, bright blue mushroom woman enters in through the room. I see you're working out. That's great.
Yeah, Ma. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna make you proud, I promise.
You do swell. Now, I have packed you a lunch, so make sure that you take every bite. You need to be a strong boy now.
All right, Ma. I love your cooking, you know that.
Oh, don't lie to my face. She walks out. We check in now in the Oyster Apartments. We find Inky going about his morning routine. Now, Dag, what would a special day like this be? How would that change the morning routine of Inky?
Well, Inky lives alone in a tiny apartment, and well, he tends to be a little messy, you know, like leaves things lying around. So I'm probably doing a bit of cleaning, and yeah, I'm probably cleaning up some of the clutter here. I've got my mush broom out and starting to sweep the floors, and you know, just try to make sure everything looks nice and tidy. Not that I have anyone that comes over. You know, they said when I bought this house I should get a couch, but, you know, I figured, hey, what do I need a couch for? If I'm the only one sitting on it, I might as well just get a toadstool.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point, Inky.
Womp.
Yeah. That was a
As
solid
you
try.
clean up, as you clean up some of the mess
very
in your
much.
apartment, you find all these like pools of your own ink that are just in the corners and spaces of the
Aw.
apartment that you're like brushing aside.
Aw.
And eventually you make yourself as presentable as an inky black mushroom can, and
I can't wash my
make your way
face.
into the. You can't wash your face. You don't have a sink.
Well, no, I just keep dripping on myself.
I love it so much. Eventually, once you try for several times trying to get ink off your face, which you apparently cannot do, you make your way out towards the streets outside of Oyster Apartments. And there is bustling children and all sorts of creatures and flowers walking around and going about their day. How do they interact with Inky?
Well, most of the kids in my neighborhood, they like to rhyme and make fun of me. They come up to me and they go, Inky, Inky, oh so stinky, what do you do with yourself? You suck. They're not very creative.
Seems like they need to work on the ending of that a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is Inky stinky, or is this just a cruel thing that the children say?
Well, there was this one time I was taking out the garbage from my house, and I walked down the street, and it was really, really cold, and everyone else was inside and nice and warm, but I was outside because I had to take the garbage out. And then I slipped and I fell in the garbage, but because my ink is so sticky, the garbage stuck to me. And then I tried to wash myself, but it was so cold, I only got ice showered, and then there was ice and garbage in my hair for maybe a fortnight, and then they called me Stinky Inky for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. No problem. So the children that are milling about this area are definitely still chanting and bullying you, even though you are definitely a lot older than them. And you see a couple of little truffle children rolling about. They stack themselves into kind of like a snowman shape and then unstack themselves. And
Yeah, I tell people you need to stay away from those kids. They're nothing but truffle.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. They poke their tongues out at you and make fun of you as you go. And you slowly make your way up towards the town center, towards the hall for the day. And as you do so, we'll check in with the last member of the Future Foragers. Mai, you are currently in the mushroom market, looking over all the produce and recent collections from other foragers. Would Mai be happy with what she's observing?
Oh yeah, Mai's having a grand old time. She loves these mushroom markets. She's always in her element. She's with her husband Gus, and she's telling Gus like to get some more of these ones, love. And look, some more of these ones, Gus. Just these ones here.
Right.
Some of that. That's delicious. And then talking the ear off of any of the people that were in the running the stalls. She's probably forgotten a couple of her hair curlers as well. Because if you guys look up Hen of the Woods, it's one of those that just kind of like sprouts in lots and lots and lots of different ways, and that's kind of her hairstyle. Got a couple of the hair curlers.
And she actually has like little rock rollers to
rock rollers to keep it looking like that. Some more of these. So where did you get these ones? This is a lovely flavor.
Oh yes, so we collected a bunch of these little ones outside of the blade grasses. So we've made a fresh blade grass salad, and over here I've made some fresh breads from seeds. Oh, do you know what? I could show you some of my tadpole soup. Would you like some?
If you would,
Yes,
I'd love it. I haven't had tadpole soup in a while. Oh, Gus, you like Gus over here.
What?
Oh, Gus, over here, love.
What are you saying?
You tadpole soup, love.
Oh,
Do you want some tadpole soup later?
Yes.
We'll get enough for tadpole soup for later then. Oh, let's have a sample then, eh?
This sprightly little porcini mushroom comes over, puts down this big old pot, and scoops you some of the tadpole soup. Now, this isn't actually tadpoles, of course, but small roots from a particular green fiddle tree that's very rare on the outskirts of Phantom Forest that looks like
lovely.
tadpoles when you stew them in broth. And she puts them into sort of like a makeshift canister for you made out of nut shavings that you form together, and she hands you over your own pot of tadpole.
Oh, that's right. Lovely, that. Thanks, Duck. How much
Not
do
a
I owe you for
problem.
this?
No, nothing. Today's your ceremony day.
Oh,
We're so
yes.
proud
Are
of you, Mike.
Oh, you're so kind. I'll be back.
She sees
I'll be
you.
back next weekend.
All right. Best of luck.
Over this way, Gus. Over this way, Gus. Oh, sorry, darling.
Yes, I'm coming. See a very old mushroom following you, similar hairstyle,
Yeah.
old cane, whittled down from some bits of wood, following you along your journey. So you obviously make your way back to your own homestead and unpack all of your findings from Mushroom Market. Where would Mai live? What would the house
She lives
of
in.
Mai and Gus?
She lives. I mean, everybody watching. Picture your grandma's house. That's it. She lives there. She lives in your grandma's house.
Specifically at your grandmother's house.
Your grandma's house.
Yeah.
Everybody watching, it's
Yeah.
your grandma's house. That's where she lives in. She's got carpet and furnishings that just haven't been redecorated since well before you were born, and she's got just pictures all over the place in picture frames. There's no real technology to speak of other than like a bread maker or something maybe that she's gotten for her birthday, and doesn't really get used too much because she finds that it doesn't really have the same flavor if you don't put your own love into it and kneading the bread and that.
Very true.
She lives in a 2-story little ceramic toadstool thing, and has a nice little garden for the little mushroom dog that they have.
Perfect. Yes, I would assume that a mushroom dog. Let me quickly look up my little mushroom chart that I have.
Of course, you have a chat with little mushroom.
I have a mushroom chart because there's so many mushrooms to choose from.
Yeah.
Had Google open
okay.
this entire time. Every single
Yeah,
time.
of course
Googling
I
What was
mushroom
the
dogs.
mushroom? Like, hold on.
What is one of those?
You have to. Okay, I would say that a mushroom dog. I would say that it's a Russelliaceae. So one of those like red ones, but they're very, very
It's a
short.
Jack Russelliaceae.
Yeah, it's a Jack Russelliaceae. Yeah. We love it. So it barks at you as you get home and you unpack all of your things. And Gus sort of makes his way to the couch as he usually does, sets himself down in the very molded space for his mushroom butt. And then you
Molded
get
space.
ready to go to the ceremony.
All right. Well, I'll be back soon then. You enjoy your programs, love.
All
right.
right.
Don't forget to give Jack his treats. Walk out. Toddle off.
He pats the little mushroom dog. And you make your way towards the center of town. So, in the moon room of the town hall, the four of you meet and share your excitement in the brief downtime you have before the ceremony itself. Up until today, you have been known as recruits in training, but today, in just a few moments' time, you will be awarded the title of foragers.
Very
One by one,
excited.
you make your way into the moon room. There's a small little sign-in sheet, and the four of you gather.
Oh, all right, Anita. Good to see you, love. You're looking well.
Oh, good morning, Mai. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing delightful, love. Are you eating enough? Yeah.
Oh,
Look like right, wee skinny
haven't-
thing, you.
I haven't been able to eat all day.
Oh goodness! Immediately reaches down into a little pouch, gets a little snack of some kind,
no,
like a
you
baked
don't-
baked goods.
Oh,
Go
no.
on, eat. I won't say no.
Okay.
I won't have you saying no to me.
Okay.
Oh, Bibi's coming. Hello, Bibi. How's it going?
Oh, hey there, everybody. How's it? I tell
You're
you,
all right. You're looking all flustered.
oh, yeah, I've been busier than a one-legged cat in a litter box. I'll tell you what.
Oh, that sounds like a right morning.
Yeah, it's good to
It'll
see
be
you all,
all-
though.
Be all right soon, love. We're about to get our forager titles. Are you excited?
Oh, sure am. Mom's
Where's,
gonna love it.
Where's old Inky?
I'm right here. I've
Oh,
been here.
oh goodness! You blended right in with dark shadows. You got to bend down to look under your hat.
Well, I got here early and I tried to clean up.
Oh, I see. Just looks
ink all
around
over the
just
floor.
looks around the inky mess all over the floor.
Don't worry, love it. Don't worry. I'll help you with the cleaning after the ceremony. Yeah. How's about
Oh.
that?
Well, that's really nice.
You guys want snacks? I've got snacks.
Oh no, my mom
well-
packed me one. Thank you though.
Oh, okay.
Well, my mama used to say, before she got stepped on, she used to say that breakfast is important and that if you have to choose any kind of breakfast, you have to eat, the breakfast of champignons.
Oh my god, that was a long way around, but
Wow.
that's impressive.
It's a good payoff.
Was it?
Boy, Inky, you sound happier than a possum eating a sweet tart.
My mom was
Uh,
made into a sweet tart.
Wait, I thought your mom was stepped on.
Ah, I heard your mum was a sweetheart, but let's not get into that.
My!
What?
Oh, I'm just saying, what do you hear around the place? Oh, look at them. They're starting the ceremony. Oh, shush, shush, shush.
Where do you Oh, okay.
That joke was
Speaking
in
of-
poor taste.
A small shell horn is blown from nearby. It is time, and a set of double doors open from the moon room, and you walk out onto a little open amphitheater. Most of the Mushroom City have actually come to see all of you, their cheers as loud as ever. The Crow, a small champagne woman, named after the time she fought an actual crow in her early forager days. Now her skin is rumpled and fraying as she hobbles towards you on a carved walking cane. Today we welcome our 4 best recruits as official fungi foragers. The crowd cheers. She steps towards each of you and she ties a small red cloth around your neck as she announces you. Anita, our scout. Bibi, our protector.
What a
Can't
good
get the
protector he
cast.
was too. Good job, Bibi.
Thanks, guys.
Inky, our ghoul slinger. Sorry, I can't get the clasp around your neck because of the ghouls. I'm just going to tie it at
Do
the
you want-
bottom, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's my back.
Wonderful.
Thicker than
And-
molasses on a summer Sunday.
Yes. And my oldest friend, our healer.
Thank you, Crow. Oh, that's so. It's lovely. Oh, you
I'm
smell
so
nice today.
proud of you.
You smell lovely today. Have you got no perfume on?
Thank
Or,
you.
you know,
No, I'm just aging.
new spores? Oh yes, starting to really. Oh yeah, well you're looking lovely, love.
Yes. We get sweeter with age. But
Yes.
it is unfortunate.
Hey, it
Well,
comes
I
to
wish
us
you
all.
the best of luck, Mai. I'm so
Oh,
excited
thank
for you to officially be a fungi forager.
Oh, I'm so
Took you some
excited. myself.
time.
It certainly did. But we're there now. That's what it's all about.
Yes. She turns around and she presents the 4 of you finally again to the crowd. Everyone is cheering, even the truffle children for Inky for the first time in his life.
Thanks.
As you complete the ceremony, she guides you back into the moon room. All right. So, I hate to do this right off the bat, but we have a mission for you. Usually we would do it the morning after the ceremony, but we've seen some strange ongoings in the outskirts, and we thought, since you're all prepared and ready, that we'd send you out right now.
No time like the present. You never know if you've got tomorrow. That's what I've learned.
Indeed. So, do you all have your provisions?
Oh yes, and then some.
Have them right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Don't worry, Bibi.
Bibi looks around frantically and then reaches for a piece of bark and strips it off of a nearby tree and holds it up like a shield. I'm all set to go.
Perfect.
Man.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh my goodness.
Sorry. That's
Inky?
very important to me. I'm sorry.
I'm glad your provisions are ready, but I'm also blinded now.
Okay.
Anyway,
my gets out a handkerchief.
Fine.
My gets
It
out a
comes out with a
handkerchief
bit of
and like spits on
bicarb
it.
vinegar.
Thank you, Mai. Thank you.
Here you are.
You're just spreading
All
it.
right. Yes, I see. I don't see that, but I can feel it. It's anyway. What I say to you all is, make your way.
I've got a wet wipe in here somewhere.
All right. Thank you.
He's got a bag full of all of the old nanny things.
Here's a wet wipe.
There
There you are.
Yes, wonderful. It's a little better, but you're still a bit fuzzy. Oh, I'm, old. So, if you make your way to the outskirts of the inner city, the hollow gate will be opened for you by the guards, and you can make your way into the outskirts. Now, remember your training as best that you can. Be careful of the foxes and the birds, and of course, for yourself, make sure that you find the ley lines and just make sure that they're all right, because, like I said, some strange wrongdoings have been happening outside the Mushroom City.
So,
Right, you do. Right, you are.
to be just so I have everything so I know exactly what we're doing.
Yes.
We're going out through the hollow gate, and
Yes.
we're just going to investigate the ley lines. Is there something specifically wrong, or just double checking that everything's a-okay?
It's not anything to fret about, but a few of the fungi foragers have gone missing. I'm sure it's fine. But
So are we looking for them? Or
yes. Just make sure that either they are returning, or if they are unfortunately frozen in a non living state, just make sure that they are well and that the birds don't get them.
Of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We'll get it done faster than green grass through a goose.
It is fast.
You can bet you about $1 on that one.
Did she say foxes?
Yes, Inky.
Yes.
You've seen the foxes around, surely.
foxes,
I have,
birds?
but I'm afraid of foxes.
We
Oh,
all
don't worry.
are.
The
They'll be
foxes
all
are
right.
more
But
afraid of you
that's
than you
what
are of
I'll
them.
keep a good eye out, and it'll be okay.
Okay.
I
Wonderful.
got your back,
wonderful.
Inky.
All right. Best of luck, foragers.
Thank you, love.
Oh, and
How's your-
look after the younglings, all right?
Oh, of
Just
course.
make sure that they're fine,
Of course, I'll be right there with
Us
them, don't
old
worry.
biddies, we can
Yeah.
definitely, pass on to the mushroom heaven, but
Of course,
they are
yes.
still young,
Still
yes.
young, not ripe enough yet, not ready to go. How's your Jason, by the way? Is he doing all right?
Just starts an inappropriate conversation in the middle of the ceremony.
Is he doing all right? I heard he was having some trouble with his back. Is he all right now?
Oh, yes. No, it's definitely broken,
Oh, no.
his spinal cords, but he's in bed and he's fine. You know him.
He's
A
gonna
good
rest
book
up.
and he's happy.
I'll bring
Yes.
round some soup for him later.
If I might
All
interject,
right.
I think we have a job to do.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right.
yes,
Sorry.
Yes, of course,
Bit
of
anxious to get
course.
started myself.
Of course, sorry.
Thank you very much,
Let's
Bibi.
get
All right.
started.
Best of luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
You make your way towards the outskirts of Mushroom City, where you find the Hollow Gate. Now, the Hollow Gate is basically this interweaving, connecting tunnel of all the hollow trees surrounding Mushroom City. It's the best protection for Mushroom City because it cannot be reached by any of the predatory creatures and birds out there. So you make your way, for one of the first times ever, out of the hollow trees into the rest of Phantom Forest. As you step forth beyond the gate, the guards wave goodbye. They close the doors behind you, reminding you to knock 3 times for re-entry. And you are in Phantom Forest. There are small little beads of luminescent glowing in the forest in the late afternoon sun. A few streaks of sunlight come in, but you know that as time goes by, it will get very dark. What do you do?
Ooh. Well,
Well, Faye? I mean, not Faye. well, Anita?
oh my god, there are fairies!
Yeah, there's all sorts of Fae in the forest. But we're not looking for the Fae lines, we're looking for the ley lines. Anita?
Well, okay. So I think, okay. And she's gonna flip through her little book that she's been like taking a bunch of notes in. She's like, okay. So I think that the first step for tracking, there are a couple things that we can do, but the first one that I'm going to try is I'm going to try to connect to the ley lines like one connects to a mycelium pad and see if I can find our missing friends.
Wonderful.
You are then.
Wonderful.
So
we are going to try our first roll of the game. So for those watching at home, it's similar to Honey Heist. They have a D6 or 2D6 if they're using a specific skill that they are acquainted with, i.e. with their rolls. And from that, if they pass over the threshold of the number I give them, they will succeed. No, sorry, other way around. If they pass over that number, they fail. If they get under that number, they succeed. If they fail, they have to move their marker one way or another that either gets them further into being a frozen fungi forever or further towards being a forager. Their goal is to kind of stay in the middle. So, as they are all starting on the number 3 in their markers, they can go one way or the other. But you're going to roll your first roll. So you are trying to tap into the ley lines, which would be a fungi roll for me. Okay. So I'll make it easier. A 4 or lower, and you succeed on this.
Okay. I'm so nervous.
What are you nervous for?
Hey, I got a 3.
Yay!
I don't know. I don't want to turn into a mushroom forever, Rob.
So you will watch as Anita roots into the ground using her little feetsies and tries to tap into the magical ley lines. Anita, you get this sense of a flowing river, the way that it moves, ebbs and flows through the ground of the forest itself. And you feel a particular pull towards the left, arching further on towards the meadows, which you know exist a little bit, maybe an hour or so out. And you feel the connection to the ley lines over there.
Okay. Oh, that was intense. Okay. So, we need to go this way. And she's going to sort of gesture over to the left. She's like, I'm feeling river and meadow. So I think that's sort of where we need to go. And
Right, you are. I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
Sure thing. I guess I should lead the way. Kind of holds up his bark a little and starts moving forward.
Anita will sort of
takes
peek
long,
over.
slow strides.
She'll sort of peek over Bibi's shoulder as they're going, just kind of keeping an eye out at any given point in time, just sort of like her eyes darting back and forth, making sure that she's doing her due diligence.
Okay, perfect. So you are all conducting two of you are specifically conducting a bit of a forager task. So I'll need you to roll your foraging roll for me. So again, I'll make it a standard 4 or lower to succeed on this. This will get harder as we go on. But for right now, you're tracking your way towards the meadows. So Bibi and Anita, if you could please roll a d6 for me.
I rolled a 2. And I've never been so happy to be rolling like that.
I also rolled a 2.
Perfect. So as if you are a very organized group. Bibi is leading the way, shield in hand, and Anita is guiding from behind. The two others following along closely, keeping a tight little group so that predators do not spot you in the forest as you go. You make your way slowly. It takes about an hour into the meadows. This is where there is some tall grass, and you do know that occasionally danger is afoot in the meadow. But as you step into the meadow itself, an eerie feeling overcomes each of you. Something doesn't feel right. In fact, you get the spooky sense of presences watching you. You step further into the grass, moving towards a little stream of water that Anita thinks might be what she was feeling. You hear the crunch of footsteps behind you. Very, very slowly.
All right, quiet now, loves.
Everyone get behind me.
All right, love.
All right, so are you guys hiding?
Be on the
Are
lookout,
you-
Inky.
I'm becoming a shushroom.
Jesus.
Okay, perfect.
Should we hide
so-
under my shield? I think we could all fit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think hiding is the way we're going.
We all tuck into a tree.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Okay,
Over here. And Bibi will motion them to a nearby either tree or rock, whatever's close by, and then
okay.
throw the shield over top of us to kind of camouflage us into the.
Camouflaging into the nature. Okay, I will need to get each of you to roll me a fungi roll. And this is going to be a 3 or lower for success.
Just succeeded.
Got another 2.
Dude,
got a
and
9.
Inky? Wait, how did you get a 9 for a D?
You got a 9 on a
No,
D6?
you rolled 2 D6? You need to roll 1.
I rolled 2d6.
Okay. All
You
right.
roll 1 and and even if you roll 2d6, you don't add them
Don't
together.
fight that.
Don't I? Oh, then I got a 6.
Okay.
Yep.
Hiding in a bush.
Not a
room.
problem. With a 6, Inky, you will need to move 1 marker further towards fungi. So you feel yourself stiffening up slightly. Your joints aren't moving as smoothly as they usually would.
Oh no.
So if we succeed, we don't move a marker?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. You stay where you are. So, the 4 of you hiding against the tree, hear the footsteps getting closer and closer. Slow crunch after slow crunch. When finally, a champignon mushroom pops out. Wah!
Oh,
Oh,
don't scare us like that.
Crow, what's up, love?
This isn't Crow. In fact,
Oh.
this is one of the fellow foragers that you know, a famous one, in fact, one of the mages tasked with tapping into the ley lines. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a predator, so I thought I'd jump out and scare you first before you scare me. You know, manual
You didn't
3.1.
have. Really? You didn't have to give us a fright there, love.
Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
didn't,
Oh,
are you all
goodness.
right?
Oh yeah, I'm good. My heart's racing all a flutter. But I'll be all right. Do you? Are you all
That's
right
a
out
good
here?
thing.
And we haven't heard from you and your group in a while, so send out
Yes,
to.
yes.
This is one of the
Well,
ones that we were sent to find?
Yes, this is one of the ones that you were sent to find. This would have been one of the 3 or 4 mages that actually exist in the fungi foragers. And if they are the group that went out and has gone missing, this would be their mage, the person that taps into the ley lines. Yes, Piddlesticks and I went out, and I haven't seen the rest of the group in quite a long time, and something's going on really drastically with the ley lines, but I haven't had the bravery to go out by myself and test them. Thank goodness you're here.
Oh yeah, well you're welcome to toddle along with us. Safety in numbers and all that.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you
Are you-
what, you're scarier than a wet panther.
Yes, yes.
He even
Oh,
got
yeah?
me with that
Very-
one, and I'm a
I was
I'm a
very
pretty big
terrified.
guy.
Love his synonyms, similes. I say,
Here, love, have one of these. Scam your nerves, eh?
and I just hand a little treat over to whoever this mage is. Did we get his name, or do I know his name?
No, so this mage is named Birdie. The birdie is named after such because she can whistle in a specific way that distracts birds as they go out in the foraging. Birdie
Get out, birdie. Calm down,
sits
love.
there and sort of nibbles on the snack that you've provided her, and then looks up at the four of you. Okay, so if we make our way a little bit further down the stream, I think I might be able to tap into an actual ley line and see if something's going wrong. I think that
Well,
perhaps it's diverted itself from Mushroom City, and that could be a real problem.
Oh, no. Oh, we wouldn't want that.
Do you know where the rest of your team is?
I don't, unfortunately. I've been searching for them as best that I can, but I haven't been able to find them at all.
Do you remember
Well,
the last time or the last place that you saw them?
The last place that I saw them, we were running from a fox, and we sort of split up, best to be as scattered as possible.
a fox?
That was...
It's okay,
yes.
Inky.
Easy, Inky.
You'll be able to handle yourself against any fox. Don't you worry, Inky.
But they're so big.
Yeah, but you spit right all of your ink right in their faces. So one thing you're good at, really good at,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Good.
Oh, all right. So,
Yeah, come along with us, Birdie, and maybe if we work out this ley line problem, we can get it all sorted, eh?
yes, that would be a good idea. And if we tap into the ley lines, perhaps we can also find them.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if they're spread out or if they've refound each other or if they're frozen. I'm a bit scared myself, but we shall be fine in a group. Group situations are always
worries.
best.
Aye, that's what I always say.
Bibi stands up a little taller. Hell, don't you hurry, miss. Bibi's on the case. I got you. I'll keep you protected.
Well, aren't you a strong man? Thank you.
Thank you for noticing.
Bibi.
Oh, yeah.
If the fox has eaten the magic mushrooms, won't it have the munchies?
Inky, I don't know what you're talking about.
The
Look,
the
we're
mushroom
gonna be
mages.
all right.
The foxes eat the mushroom mages. They have the
Wait,
munchies.
calm it down, love. Here we go.
Bibi
Calm it
gets
down.
down to his level and grabs Inky's face.
Oh my!
Listen, Inky.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Listen.
Yeah.
Fox may be big, but you're sticky. Real
I am.
sticky. And that's worth
I am.
something. You don't even realize how much that means. You don't know what you're capable of yet, but I can show you.
But I just caused people
He tries
trouble.
to pull his hands away from his face, but kind of just keeps slowing. All right, hold on.
That's okay.
He
Just
his
put your foot. Just yep.
just whips him off.
These like inky black tendrils stretch from Inky's mushroom cap further out. Eventually, you just have tendrils of ink hanging from your hands.
Wipe some dirt on it. That'll be all right.
Maybe you can use them as a weapon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
might help me hold the shield up.
You use it as sort of a makeshift glue to keep
Yeah.
the shield on your arm. Perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Okay. I will give you an extra. Sorry, I will make sure that you can roll with just one dice if a disadvantage to you comes up in the future. Okay.
Thank you very much for that.
Perfect. Alrighty. You make your way further out, following Birdie to following down the stream a little bit further and further, and eventually you see this area that's glowing in really strange red and orange lights. This is what the ley lines look like when they're tapped into. This is where I was before the fox attack, so be careful and on the lookout, all right?
Got it. Anita will sort of take her crossbow and she's gonna start like walking around looking and making sure that there's no like maybe looking for like fox footprints and stuff like that.
Fox footprints. Okay, not a problem at all. Roll for me a forager check for your scouting.
What do I rolled a well, okay.
It was a 4 or under.
Okay, I rolled a 4. I was like, I don't
Okay.
know if I should tell you before or like before you
No, that's
decide
okay.
what the DC is.
Because it's your skill, it's a little bit easier because you are the scout. So
Okay.
4 or under. So you succeed, you keep an eye out as Birdie goes back and taps into the magic. Now, you four do not have a mage in your group. So this is a very unique experience for you as you watch Birdie reach into the ley lines themselves. You watch as this small little button champignon mushroom starts glowing and pulsing with a little bit of orange and red energy. Her eyes close and she grows a little bit in size and shrinks a little bit, like the magic itself is breathing within her. And then it stops and goes back into the ground. The ground itself covering back over the ley lines magically, the grass sprouting slightly but not too fast or rapid. And she looks back at you. It's not good news. Unfortunately, the ley lines seem to be diverting past Mushroom City, so we need to find a way to connect them back. If we don't, when we return, all of the mushroom citizens and flowers could be non-sentient.
No. Oh, Gus.
No.
Ma,
Okay, we need to get this sorted. It's okay, no time to panic. Let's have a think about it. I'll brew us up a pot of tea while we have a think.
Oh, is there anything that we need to connect them? Do we need to gather anything?
Well, this hasn't happened in a very long time. So, what I think would be prevalent is maybe if we divert the ley lines back using some sort of a dam or a blockage ourselves, and we divert it straight towards Mushroom City instead. Maybe if we gather some large. Well, we would have to create our own sort of pathway, maybe like the way one would create a river.
How do we do that?
Or put some stones. That would do it. If we find a particular group of stones that do not harness magic themselves, we could use them and block them and direct the ley line back to the city.
I think we best split up a little bit. Just not go too far. Plain front garden sort of thing, and just look for some things that we can block this path with. I'm going to head over this way, and I think I saw some stones back this way.
well,
All right.
well, now careful.
Are we all heading off on our own?
That's what I'll take a little bit of. But that scares me, if I'm being honest. It's harder to protect people when they're scattered around.
Oh, yeah, but it'll take longer for us to find things if we're not.
True enough.
Well,
But
even if we find the right rocks, we might not be able to bring it here if we're not strong enough.
Well, Bibi should be strong
that's
enough. And
true.
I got the
Thank you.
special potion from Podge today that makes me very strong, apparently.
Oh, how's he doing? Pudge was
Pudge
getting
is
over
very
sickness, head sickness, cold. Is he looking all right?
He seemed all right. He looked like he had some bright cheeks today.
What was it? Was his daughter there? What's her name again? I ain't seen her in a while. It was something like
gotta focus on the task at hand.
Oh, so sorry,
ma'am.
Bibi.
I'm so sorry to speak out of
No,
turn.
no, you're quite right. We're in a tense moment. Let's I say we split up, but don't go far. Just like within ear's reach and stuff of us. But we just need to have a little forage around, and we can cover more ground if we're not immediately next to one another.
All right. I'll stay somewhere in the center, and if anything happens, y'all come to me, okay? Y'all converge
right.
on my position.
Good idea, Bibi.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
You start to split off in different directions, with Bibi being the center of the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess
not a
so.
problem. What are each of you searching for or doing?
Bibi is actually going to ask if the mage, whose name I totally remember,
Birdie?
if Birdie would help him, because he doesn't really understand the whole connection with the stones thing. He didn't get that. So
Oh, yes, I would. That would be my pleasure.
thank you. I think we'll make a good team.
Yes.
All right.
course.
So you just point at a rock and I'll lift it and we do it that way?
I'd like that. Yes.
All right.
She
I'm
seems
looking.
a little bit more nervous around you than before, but she goes about pointing out different bits of rock or rubbish that might be perfect for blocking up the ley lines and moving them.
I'm gonna
What was mine
head
doing?
to the river.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes,
just
go for
because I had that vision and I feel like there's probably stones by a river, so that's what Anita's doing.
Not a problem.
I am looking for some stones, but also on the way, if I see any things that would be nice for some tea, I'm also plucking that. Foraging,
Perfect.
just all round utility foraging, but also
Mhm.
mainly focusing on the stones.
And what about Inky?
Well, I'm gonna be heading into the woods, and I'm gonna be looking for some stones, and I'm gonna be singing, "Shroom fox, don't bother me. Shroom fox, don't bother me. Shroom fox, don't bother me. Don't eat Inky."
Inky, keep it down.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
I love the animation, like when you went. That was so good.
When it overlaps, and it's like a
literally-
little top lip.
Oh, so good. It's made my day. Okay.
Inky VTuber stream what?
Yeah, Inky has his own platform soon.
Yep.
All
This
right,
is how I
so-
do it on TikTok.
For the four of you, with your specific task that you're doing, you can decide and justify to me whether it is a fungi or a forager role, depending on what you would like to do. Starting with Bibi. If you're rolling rocks, I'm guessing that's more of a strength thing.
Yeah, seems more forager.
All right, so you can
Okay.
roll your forager roll. You will need a 3 or under.
3 or under. Ooh, it's a 5.
It's a 5. Okay.
He's off
Move
his
your marker
game
once
because of
more.
Birdie.
In fact, actually, what's happening is you're so good of a forager that you need to move your marker 1 more towards forager than fungi for me, but also you are lifting these rocks like an absolute champion, making your way, rolling these rocks for Birdie herself, and she is thoroughly impressed. The redness of her cheeks brightens even more as she watches you roll the rocks towards the ley line magic that she's pointing out for you. So Anita, what are you rolling for us?
I think probably I think it's probably a forager role because she's taking the knowledge that she got from sort of being connected to things and still trying to kind of track down that feeling. So she's trying to, she kind of felt what it was like to be the river, and so she's like, I want to go understand why I felt that way. So that's sort of she's just kind of following that feeling.
Okay, not a problem. So you're using your senses and your feelings, which would be a sentient thing, to suss out the river itself and see if you can connect with it. So you go ahead and roll a forager. You will need a 3 or lower.
Or you're lower, okay. Roll the 5.
Move
rolling,
1 more space towards the forager for me instead of fungi. So you are connecting really, really well to this feeling. And as you do so, you step further towards the river. You actually see something very odd in the distance, just beyond the tree line. A figure, a mushroom figure. But they are not sentient.
Oh no.
I'm gonna run over.
You see, for the first time ever, you've never seen one up close, a brown cap. One of the tall brown caps, and a protector, indeed, one of the stronger types, frozen in place just below where the tree is, almost as though they had camouflaged themselves or tried to hide in the tree. And they are frozen in time, no longer sentient, just a mushroom.
She's gonna she doesn't know what to do. She's going to, I guess, like look around the tree and see if like any of like their stuff is there. Or does she know this mushroom?
You would have heard of him. This is Garlic. Garlic is one of the protectors of the fungi foragers, and he is or was known to be incredibly strong. Just like, you know, a garlic knot itself, it can't be like easily squeezed, especially by a mushroom. So that was the name given to him. There doesn't seem to be any bags around or any provisions, so that seems odd to you. But I'll come back to Anita in just a second. I'll get the other two rolls first. So, what role are you making?
I'm definitely foraging because I'm literally foraging. So it's going to be a forage roll.
That is true. Go for it. A 3 or under for me, please.
So a 6 isn't 3 or under, is it? Just to double
No,
check.
definitely not.
Damn.
No, that wouldn't be.
We started so good.
But again,
Yeah.
you'll have to move 1 more point towards forager than fungi for me. But you are absolutely nailing it. You're picking up all these different leaves and offshoots
this one's got such a
from.
lovely flavour.
There was some lavender seeds that were just scattered about.
Oh, if only I could find some. Oh, it's there! Toddling off. I think I'm getting a little bit distracted and going a little further than I'd like from Bibi.
Very distracted, yes.
There's
And
some moss.
definitely, since you've been finding all these ingredients with your forager roll, you are not really locating any rocks or stones that would help with the task at hand.
Oh, I could just need something to stand on to get up to the moss on that tree. Let's see. I'm just trying. Oh, let's see if I can. Oh, a bit old for this now, but I have to get to the lower branches. This one. Oh, not quite.
Are you climbing a tree?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a small way up.
Good to know. All right, not a problem at all. And then lastly, Inky, what are you rolling for us?
Like that you noted that.
This is fun. Hold on, wait.
Well, I'm gonna be looking for some rocks.
Mm-hmm. And are you
So-
still singing out loud?
Perfect.
I will make this. I will make this a. So I'm guessing this is forager because you're trying to find rocks, which was the mission at hand.
Yep.
I will give you a 4 or lower, but you will need to roll 2d6 for me since you are singing out loud
Oh no.
and potentially bringing in some prey.
Oh.
Good.
So you need both of them to be a 4 or lower?
Yes.
Like
Uh-oh.
combined, or you have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Combined, the 2d6, the combined number needs to be 4 or lower.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, that's a 3.
Really? You got a
That's
1 and a 2?
really good.
You got a 1 and a 2.
Nice,
Ooh.
very well done. You stay as you are currently in your little chart, neither forward towards forager or back towards fungi. But you are nailing it. You've got some rocks. You're starting to roll them, and you don't seem to be bringing in any prey at the moment.
Ted,
Any predators, I mean.
Bill, I'm gonna call you Fred. I'm gonna call you Ned. I'm gonna call you
Dwayne.
George. Dwayne.
Perfect.
Yeah. Dwayne.
So Inky, you make your way back towards Bibi and Birdie, who are gathering rocks. There's now this large pile of rocks collecting in the middle of the valley and field that you are currently in. However,
Hey, you guys!
haven't.
Keep it down.
Sorry.
You've got to be quiet. We don't want a fox coming around.
Okay. I found some rocks, just like you asked.
Perfect. Thank you.
work.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, you haven't seen Mai or Anita return yet. And they should have found a rock by now. So,
Oh, where
I'm
are
gonna
those
start.
dudes?
I'm going to start in with Anita since she rolled first. Anita, as you look out, you are tracking around the tree that Garlic is frozen beside. A small snarl sounds behind you. You turn ever so slightly and see the giant eyes of a fox peering your way.
Does it see her?
I'm going to roll a d6. If it's a 3 or under, it sees you.
Okay.
It's a 5. It does not see you right now. Its eyes are scanning the perimeter. You see its snout. Breathe in, trying to find one of the mushroom folk. You see in its maw fibrous tendrils of a previous meal.
Okay. Okay. So, Anita is going to very slowly reach into one of the little, like, pouches that she has on her little handmade belt. And she has those sort of, like, what are they called? Like, they're like bolos or whatever, those things that are...
Bolas.
Are they bolas? Yeah. The things that are, like, two things that are tied to each other?
Yep.
Okay.
Bolo hats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's gonna grab that, and she is going to sort of like look off like past like trees, like sort of if she is like center and like to the south of or east or you know, east of her, whatever, is where everyone else was, and the fox is sort of like north. She wants to throw it like west, away from everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's going to, with all of her might, try and chuck it into like a bush over there.
Okay.
To distract the fox.
What does the fox say to that?
Ring ding 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 ding.
Oh god.
Definitely not that. At the moment, it's just heavy breathing and sort of sussing out the area. But I will need you to roll me 2 separate d6 for this. Now, both of these rolls are going to be 3 or under for success. One of them, a forager to throw the item. The other, a fungi, in order to stay camouflaged where you are.
Okay. All right. So 2 separate d6s, both under 3.
2 separate d6s. Yes.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay. All right.
Do them one after another so you know which one's which.
Yes, yeah, I've got one here. So first one is gonna be the forager one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cocked. That one's a 3.
Okay. You expertly throw these this makeshift weapon into the bush nearby, alerting the fox of a movement that isn't you and isn't your friends. However, this final roll of your fungi stealth is going to determine whether it spots you doing this.
So that's a 6.
Okay. You need to move your marker further towards fungi for me whilst you're at it. And unfortunately, even though the fox's head whips towards the sound, it does clock an ear at the sound of you releasing this item. Now I'm going to roll to see which direction the fox goes in.
Straight up eats.
Gonna
Thanks for
get
joining us, Faye.
launched tonight. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm gonna hop off.
The good thing is, you said you were one of those red and white toadstool mushrooms, right? They're called fly agaric or fly agaric, and they are one of the very poisonous mushrooms in the world. So if he does eat you, at least you'll have the last lash.
He'll help us out. Yeah.
Break off a piece of my head and just give it to us.
Throw it at him.
So I'm going to roll this d6. If it is a 3 or under, you've successfully distracted the fox with the other item. If it is higher, it's going to go for you instead.
Good. Yes. Okay.
4?
It is a 3. It heads towards the distraction instead of towards you. So, as swiftly as you threw this distraction into the bushes, you are able to slyly escape in the opposite direction as the fox passes you. But now you know that the fox itself is in your vicinity and your friend's vicinity as you make your way back to the group. You are climbing a tree.
I am. I'm almost up to the lower branch, and there's just something growing on the back that I think is the right sort of moss that makes a beautiful sort of a sponge cake sort of a thing. It's
It
delicious.
does, yeah. Moss cakes are really, really popular, and you make an absolutely fantastic one with your old recipe from your own Mima.
Yeah.
However, as you are climbing the branches of this tree, what you didn't search for was a bird's nest a little bit higher up than you.
The wrong sort of birdie. Oopsie.
As you reach for this moss, you look up, you hear a tweet, tweet, tweet.
Oh no.
A small bluebird gets out of the nest and hops about on a branch above you.
Hello. I'm gonna reach down into my bag and get out some like blueberries and just like and just kind of throw them at the bird.
You doing?
Okay.
Bold move.
You throw blueberries at the bird.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do the exact same rolls that I did for Faye. One, the bird goes for the blueberries. The other roll, the bird goes for you. So, throwing it will be your forager, and staying hidden will be your fungi.
Okay. I am gonna. I'm throwing, and I'm rolling a. What do I need?
3 or under.
I got a 3.
Okay. You throw the blueberries expertly. They almost land in the nest itself of this bird. Now, roll your fungi roll, 3 or under, to see if the bird goes for the blueberries or you.
I got a 3 again. Is that affected by how human I am? How forager I am?
No, not yet.
No. Okay. I got a 3 again.
Okay. So the blueberries land in the bird's nest, and it tweets and hops back in the nest, enjoying this meal that just landed in its very home. As you make your way back down.
Eddie, we could use your expertise. Eddie. Oh no. You're all right, Mai. You're all right. Back down the tree, maybe, love. Just nice and slow.
And try and get myself back down the tree.
Okay, you do so. You slowly make your way back down the tree. You are within the grass. You're able to hide yourself, being the small mushroom that you are, as you make your way back to the group. The 4 of you eventually meeting up, both Mai and Anita with their predator experiences meeting back at the group at the same time.
So I've got some bad news.
You didn't bring any rocks?
Rocks. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Sorry, love.
I got a lot of rocks. It's fine.
I did find a lot of things for tea, so we're all good for that. But I also found a little bluebird up in the trees, just yonder.
Bluebird.
Boy,
Yeah, just over yonder.
We'll have to keep our eyes open for that. What's wrong with you, Anita? You look paler than my nan's buttocks.
Okay. Well,
take a breath.
It's all right. Just breathe.
Okay. So there's a fox, and it's over there.
What? A fox?
And also, and she's gonna turn to Birdie. I found garlic. And
Garlic. That's lovely for a lot of meals. I could do with some garlic.
Garlic can't walk around anymore.
Oh no.
Oh.
Are you saying
Oh,
what
no,
I think you're saying?
That's not a good sign. That means that the ley lines have already started to affect the mushrooms. All right, we best hurry. We best hurry with these rocks. Now, I'm going to dig slightly with the ley lines. We're going to try and divert it back towards Mushroom City. All right?
Sure thing. In the meantime, Bibi's gonna make a point to look for any kind of burrow nearby that they could jump into if the fox or the bird were to show up.
Okay, go for it. Yes. So roll me a forager. I will say this is a 3 or lower for success.
That's a 2.
I
Perfect.
immediately intercede to ask Inky a question just so that I can see him move with those eyes attached.
Hey, Inky, what do you think of the matter? Quickly.
I'm playing dead.
He's done it. He managed to add them to the side thing. I shouldn't
We're
have
all
doubted you.
impressed.
I shouldn't have doubted you, Dag.
All right. So you begin to divert or try to divert these ley lines back towards Mushroom City. So we're going to need a few different rolls from everyone. And I'm going to roll to see whether either the bird or the fox is alerted with all the sounds you're making. So, Bibi, you find yourself a hollow in the tree and you go about trying to make it camouflaged as a hiding spot for the group if they need it. Now, the rest of you are helping with the rocks and the ley lines?
Yeah.
Okay. So Birdie will pull over Anita.
I'm playing dead.
You're playing dead? That's what you're doing?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, not a problem. I'm gonna get you to roll a fungi check for me to like blend
Blend in
into
with
the
real
ground as
fungus.
like a dead.
It's fine. We can
Yeah,
we
to
can
play like a real
scoop
fungus.
the goop off of Inky and use it to glue the rocks together.
Nice.
Very smart, very smart. So, I'm going to try and hold onto the magic, and I need you to move the rock into it slightly and keep it in place so that we can divert it back towards Mushroom City. All right?
All right.
Once
Whatever
we
you
have
say,
it in
Doc.
place, maybe we use the goo like you were saying.
Good idea.
Here,
Okay.
Let's get started.
Here.
And I take one of like the glass vials that I secretly stole from the bag that I was supposed to give Podge, and I go over to Inky.
Of course.
And I'm gonna just get like a vial of goop, and bring
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
a problem.
I'm ready.
So I will get both yourself and Mai to roll forager checks for me. 3 or under for success with this to assist with the magic ley lines. And for yourself, Inky, a fungi roll to camouflage as a dead, unsentient fungi.
One baby, let's go.
Nice.
5 for me.
No? All right, move your marker one more towards forager. Are you over 4 now with
Is this
your forager?
Is it so? If I fail, because I was doing a forager check, if I fail it, it goes further towards forager.
Yes.
What is it? Yeah. I'm now at a 5 in forager.
Yes. So now you will need to roll with 2d6 for me with forager
Okay.
checks. Okay. So
Gotta do some more mushroom
Inky?
shit, my.
I got a 2.
you got a
How
2.
do- so how do I move it
so-
back?
Sorry. I
towards-
mean, I got a 2.
How do I move things
so
back
you
towards
can-
mushroom?
You can move it back towards mushroom in 2 ways, either doing some more mushroom rolls and not succeeding, or if you can justify to me with a flashback scene why you would move further back towards fungi, I will allow it.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. And that you will have to do a full flashback scene for
Yeah,
that to
of course.
work. Okay. So now you succeeded, Inky, so you are playing dead very successfully, and we had 1 success and 1 fail. So I'm going to roll the deciding vote from Birdie to just see whether we have diverted the ley line successfully. So if I roll a 3 or under, it's successful. If I roll over, it is not, and we have to keep going. I rolled a 4. So unfortunately, you move the rocks into place, the ley lines start diverting towards Mushroom City, and then the rock moves almost too much, and it completely does a flip. The ley line starts heading in the opposite direction,
It's
back
working.
towards
It's working.
the
It's not
outside of the
working.
forest.
It's
Oh,
not
no.
working.
Oh, that's not good.
Everything going okay over there, Birdie?
Not when she rolled a 6. Her outburst at the magical ley lines turning in the opposite direction unfortunately alerts the fox. You all hear as this giant red-orange creature enters into the clearing that you are in, snarling at all of you, except Inky, who it doesn't currently see. And that is where we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Oh, how could you
Leave
do
him on a
it
cliffhanger.
to
It's like,
me?
do it.
Oh no!
So
We will
before
be
we go
right
to
back.
break, another reminder, we have a giveaway going for a free t-shirt from our friends at Mithril Armory. Use exclamation mark
Yay.
roll to be entered into win that. We'll do the drawing at the end. But yeah, we should just be about 5 to 10 minutes. So
Okay.
Damn, Rowdy.
and thank
Oh my
you,
God,
Rowdy.
Rowdy.
And thanks for everyone, everything. Like y'all are being amazing right now. I appreciate you all.
Thank you. And thank you, Lou Boffin, for the raid. We love you, Lou.
All right, we'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay.
We're gonna die.
Welcome back.
Wonderful. So we dive straight back into the story as a giant hulking fox makes its way slowly towards the group. Its maul snarling at the 4 of you that it can see and the 1 mushroom playing dead hiding in the grass. What do you do?
Everybody, on the count of 3, we run to the burrow. I'll grab Inky. What?
I'm reaching down into my backpack, into my little satchel bag, and I'm pulling out some foraged items that I know to be poisonous, and I'm gonna just throw those behind us as we run, hoping that the fox might sniff at them and get distracted, and
Okay.
maybe even lick them.
Okay,
I have a weird question.
I love it.
go for it.
Love it already.
Okay.
I love me some weird questions.
Is it possible for me to, like, I don't know, put my hands in the ground or something like that and try and grow like more like mini versions of myself, not sentient ones, just like normal mushrooms in the ground so it can find those ones instead of us?
Okay. Now, because I'm all for weird-ass creative suggestions as plot devices.
Trying to like propagate, you know?
Yeah. You are going to give birth to mushrooms. Perfect. Okay, so Anita digs her hands into the ground and you release your essence
Well, I think-
into
Spores. Spore all
You
over the
s-
ground.
I'm nothing. No, I
or
don't
into the
wanna...
ground.
Anita needs to be careful. If she fails this check, she'll be rooted.
I think I'm fine. I'm in the middle of my thing. So I'm thinking that, like, basically, you know how mushrooms, again, like sort of in a mycelium pad, because this is really all I know about mushrooms, is that they're all
Mhm.
like connected underneath each other, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trying to sort of like do that. Like I'm trying to kind
Yeah.
of like connect and then
Offshoot yourself.
yeah. Maybe I get shorter. I don't know.
No, that's okay. I'm going to let it happen, but here's how I'm going to let that happen. You are going to roll 2 fungi dice for
Okay.
me, and you are going to take the higher roll of the 2.
Unfortunate. Okay.
And if you fail, you are going to move 2 points towards fungi.
Okay. Alrighty.
Are you prepared?
Yep. My body is ready.
Okay. You are
Meanwhile,
going to need
Bibi's just
You are
in
going
front.
to need a 3 or lower.
Okay.
Remember, you have to take the higher dice.
Okay.
Roll your
Alright.
2d6 for me.
All right. The first one. Let's see if I even need to roll the second one.
Oh, you're going to have to. It's disadvantage.
No, I mean, like, if it's higher than 3, it's not gonna matter, right?
Oh,
Like,
right. Yeah. What was
Oh,
that?
no.
That's the face of someone who definitely got something lower than 3, of course.
Hi.
So that's a
Man.
5.
Okay, perfect.
And then wait, I guess
So-
I could roll a 6, which I did not. I rolled a 1. So
Okay, so you're going to have moved 2 points towards fungi. I am going to let what you attempted still happen because you did it so well. So you watch as other versions of yourself that aren't sentient start to sprout up from the ground as a distraction before you continue to run with the rest of the group. The fox seems confused by this, I will say. But as you start to try and run, you can feel yourself slow internally, both mentally and physically. You know that this has taken a big hit on you, and moving forward, since you are now sitting at, I think, a 1 on your scale, you will roll at disadvantage when you do mushroom checks. Okay.
It can really snowball, can't it?
Yeah, it can.
Yes, it can.
Sorry,
The
real
second half
question.
of the one shot.
Yeah.
We gotta start
Real
killing
question.
people off. It's time. Now's the time.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's do it.
Sorry, quick
Inky?
question. I know you answered this for Rob, but like, how do I go back to being a mushroom person?
So in order to move either way without rolling, so for yourself, you're heading towards mushroom very rapidly. So if you want to head further towards forager, you either have to roll more forager checks and fail, or complete a flashback for me that justifies moving towards forager.
Okay. I think I got one of them flashback things.
Okay, perfect. So before we do that, I'm just going to get Mai's roll for throwing the foraging utensils or ingredients.
Mai's throwing it back.
Yep.
Yes.
Throwing it back.
Mama's throwing it
So
back.
this will be a forager roll, 3 or under.
There's a forager roll, and because I've got a 5, I'm only 1 step away from total forager, so I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Yes.
I'm going to get a 3
So
or
you
under.
You take
So,
the higher number.
question
Yeah.
to you also. If we go to, I guess, like, is it like 0? Yeah, 0 or 6. Can we ever come back? Or is it
You
like
can
we're
come
there
back-
forever?
You are, it depends. You may be there forever, but your friends might be able to help you. It
Okay.
will be a very high roll DC for them to help you get out of those states.
Okay.
Your aim is to not get to those numbers
Not get to those
I'm
numbers.
just like thinking of the idea
as
that
best
you
that
just
you can.
don't, but you're no longer a mushroom. You're instead just like a borrower. You're just,
Yeah,
like,
if you
turned
get
into
to
a
forager,
person.
you're basically like way too humanoid to go back to Mushroom City. You become
All right.
a permanent
As-
forager.
As she's foraging, then I feel like since there's only 25%, there's a 75% chance of me becoming total forager here. So I think I'd better first do a cutaway as I'm looking for the poisonous stuff. We're gonna have to do a quick flashback to move me back towards being a mushroom.
Okay.
So mushroom. So what sort of things are mushroom rolls? Obviously, like making yourself look like a mushroom, hiding.
Mhm.
But what other things can be considered
So
mushroom
you
rolls?
can justify it as much as you want to me creatively, but basically
Okay.
it is doing something more mushroom related than forager related.
All right. Okay, so I think it is. I think it is a moment a few years ago, actually, at a similar sort of ceremony event. Mai wasn't the one being honored. It was someone from her a sort of extended family, like a grand nibbling or something, and she was doing the catering for it, and there was there was sort of like a lot of people got sick all at once. And she started blaming herself for the food that she'd been using, and she realized that I can't remember the name of it now. I looked it up before the stream because I figured it might come up. There's a really death cap maybe. There's a mushroom that
Morel.
looks, and there's a really dangerous mushroom that looks and has
It's
the same
a
texture
morel mushroom. I
as
believe.
one. Is it a morel?
Yeah.
There's one that looks like an edible one, but it's super dangerous. And I think she used that instead. And so being sort of very mushroom-like in that the propagation and like and her family is a big sort of a big web of lots of different mushrooms similar to her. And so she needed to protect all of those other mushrooms, all of her little web of mushrooms. And so she that's kind of when she started getting super into cooking and knowing all of the differences between all the different ingredients she was ever using. And so she focused on always knowing which mushrooms to use in any situation. And so when she's
Alrighty.
been foraging in today, she's picked up some of the more dangerous ones.
All right. I will say that that's very much foraging than fungi.
Okay.
Knowing the
I
difference
think
between all the mushrooms.
I think
But
more, I
if
think
you
there's
wanna
more
go
focus
towards the
on
family
her.
aspect.
Yeah, I think there was more focus
Yeah.
on her knowing the doing it to save her family, to make sure that all of
Yes.
her little nibblings and nieces and grandkids are all safe.
Perfect. If you can name 6 of your grandchildren for me, I will allow you to have this flashback.
Luckily, here's some I prepared earlier.
Nice.
So there's
I bet those cards are
Go for
blank.
it.
there is Bello, who is a portobello mushroom. There's one that's called She, with 2 eyes. She's a shiitake mushroom. There's Chantel, who is a chanterelle mushroom. There
really
is
original names, Rob.
there is Jiminy, who is a criminy mushroom. There's one that's just called Oi. OY, because he's an oyster mushroom. What did you expect?
Why don't you do like Terry or something for that one? Like oyster, or there's something else. Yeah,
There's also Terry, who's an oyster mushroom as well. He's twins with Oi. And thanks for that, Faye. I'll take it. And then there's Tony, who is actually adopted into the family. He's actually a button mushroom, a buttoni mushroom.
Perfect.
Awful.
Absolutely
Thank you.
wonderful. As you are running, you feel yourself connect with your grandchildren, with your ancestry, with your family line, pulling you further back towards fungi than forager. As you throw back these poisonous mushrooms towards the fox, you are able to distract it slightly and continue running. This fox, distracted by both non-sentient mushrooms sprouting out of nowhere and poisonous mushrooms flying at the fox, is kind of taken aback slightly, but looks over the ground and sees Inky. Now, Inky, you wanted to move further away from fungi to forager, so I would love to hear your flashback, please.
Okay, hang on.
He's preparing something.
It's gonna take the death away.
This has got to be like a.
Yeah, I just
swapping
don't want to be
scene.
playing dead while I'm in my flashback is all. Okay, well, I remember being a small, little, tiny spoutling, and I was in the Mushroom City, in a tiny school, and I was curled over, and there were these big kids, and they were mean at me, and they were calling me names, and one of them put things in my hair because they thought I was a trash bin, and then I remember Anita coming up, and then she stood in front of me, and so did Bibi, and they were like, "Leave Inky alone." And I remember that, and then I was like, "Who are you?" And they were like, "I'm Bibi, and I'm Anita." And then they said, "Don't be friends?" And I was like, "I don't have any friends. I don't know how to be friends." And then they said, "That's okay, we'll show you." And then later on, we flash forward. We flash forward, and we find ourselves in a place where they're saying, "Hey, you want to be a forager?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." Well, I didn't do that. Anita and Bibi said that they wanted to. I said no, but they took me anyway. But I remember that if they aren't here, then I have to be a forager all alone. And I don't want that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be alone.
No.
And so I wake up and I look at the fox and say, "You duty head!" And then I wanna when we go into burrow, I wanna ink on the burrow, and then I wanna make a little wid. I don't know why I started an ooh voice.
I don't know either.
I'm just assuming that you did it to create a pun somehow, and I'm trying to find where the pun was.
I
No,
just assumed that it
no.
was because you were like younger in this flashback.
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that. I think that was it. So I want to create a lid over the burrow, and then my flashback was very long because my mom always say she talky too much.
So to clarify, I will accept your flashback. You can move 1 point towards Forager once more, so you're back in a safe zone. So
Yay.
as you're running with the group, which we're still going to have to roll for, but once you get to the burrow, you're going to ink the lid of the burrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an ink lid, so it's gonna be like a chewing gum lid, so that people can't get in the burrow.
Perfect. Okay, the 4 of you and Birdie begin running towards this burrow. You all dive in. What I will need from you is forager checks for your running and diving into the burrow itself. This will be a 3 or under for everyone, unless you have 2 die, which I don't think anyone does now.
Forager check, right?
Yes.
We got a 1!
Yeah, 5.
Okay,
I'm a
everyone.
forager.
Wait, but that's good for you though right now.
Technically right now it's
success.
Yeah, that's good for you right now, yeah.
So, Birdie also succeeds with a 1. So 4 of you run and dive into the burrow. Anita, you can move 1 space towards Forager for me, away from your mushroom danger zone. As you are unable, you trip, being that you're so stiff in your joints from returning to mushroom form. You don't quite have the legs or the running speed that you usually do, and you trip and tumble into the grass. The rest of you make it into the burrow safely, calling out for Anita to join you.
Come on, Anita,
Birdie
you can do it, love. Couple more
screaming
couple more
out.
steps.
Come on.
If this is the case, can
Yep.
Bibi make a point to rush out and do like a slide and try to pull the bark over the 2 of them as he tries
Hurry!
to pull her into the burrow?
Quickly!
Yes.
Wait.
So
Can I help? I wanna use ink as a bungee cord on the back of Bibi, and so when he grabs her, I wanna whing and fling him back into the burrow.
okay.
Swing him.
So this is
Swing
going
him.
to work in contention with the fox lunging at Anita, mouth agape, ready to chomp down on this cute little red cap mushroom. So
Eat me and
what
die,
I will
bitch.
get is
You leave Anita alone.
I love the eyebrows. When did that happen? Bibi, you will
Yes.
roll your forager, your protector, this thing that you're very good at. Because you have glued the shield to your arm, you get to roll 2 die, and you get to take the lower number of the 2 as advantage.
Awesome
Start with your
possum.
roll. Under 3.
I did need the second roll. First one was a 5. And a 1. Okay. Ooh.
Okay. That's
Thank
good.
God
That
for the
is good.
sticky.
So, just before you leave, Inky reaches out and slams an inked hand to the back of you, creating a bungee cord. Let's see if it sticks. So, because we haven't established that your ink works as a bungee, I will say you need a 2 or lower from your forager roll.
Oh no. Okay. Here we go. Oh, they did.
So you reach a hand out, you slap ink on the back of Bibi as he begins to run. You see it snap off immediately.
If he's
And
just
you
the
and
stickiest
my-
guy.
You and Mai are left in the burrow as your friend, with Birdie, as your friend ducks out and skillfully dives and covers Anita with the shield. At the exact same time, the fox is lunging. Its teeth luckily miss you both. It snaps onto the shield instead of you 2. It crunches down on the wood. You no longer have your shield, but you have the time as the fox is distracted to get back to the burrow. And as you do so, Inky throws up the ink shield and the 5 of you hide inside the burrow. As things start to calm down outside, the fox stays for a long time, sniffing around, unable to truly find you from the stench of Inky's black ink masking you all in this tree. You have a moment of respite for all of you in the
I'll put the kettle on.
Start making a brew.
Thanks, Ma.
Okay.
Oh boy, that was more dangerous than a knife fight in the shower. You
were
all
so
right, Anita?
brave, though.
Thank you so much. Oh. Anita,
Yeah.
you all right?
Honestly, I'm a little shaken up. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has. This is what we're meant to do.
Right.
That's what we were
We
made
need
for.
to get you a new shield, Bibi. Oh my goodness.
She's just like actually processing like everything that just happened. She just gives you a hug.
It's all right.
You watch it as Birdie is almost like a little taken aback by this interaction, just like, oh yeah, and just makes her way towards like the side. Starts making some plans on how else to go about the ley line problem. As you all sort of take a little bit of time to relax. Eventually, you
Give
do
everybody a cup
hear
of
the
tea to calm
fox.
down.
It helps
thank
everyone's
you.
spirits as well. Just relax a little bit, and eventually you hear the fox leaving the area outside. You don't hear the sniffing. You don't hear the footprints of the fox anymore.
Yeah, no,
It has
I
been a couple of hours, however, of you hiding in this hollow.
Could I have
So you do not know
could
what
I
is
have
happening in Mushroom City.
Oh no, they're all dead.
well, I think the adrenaline's running off.
Sounds so upset about that.
It's
Could I have spent the time that was since we were like sitting in this burrow for so long, drinking the tea and sort of trying to calm my nerves and meditating and thinking back to. So can I have a flashback?
You can have a flashback. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So she sort of starts thinking about her training, and sort of how like she began going down this path of like really truly becoming a forager. And she remembers sort of going out to sort of the outskirts of the inner city, and darting in between all of the buildings that have, you know, are there, and sort of taking notes about every single person and what like they were up to that day. And she remembers training specifically with one of the scouts that was already one of the foragers, Sly. And Sly got his name because he was quicker and cleverer than a fox. And so that was sort of where that all came from. And he was the one who actually gave her crossbow in the first place and sort of taught her how to shoot it and all that. So she's just sort of trying to remember all the things that he taught her. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that's wonderful. You haven't seen Sly in a while. He is actually part of the group that went missing. So this is personal for you now. You think to all of the training that you went through, both in the academy and also with Sly in the downtime when he wasn't on mission. And it really invigorates your passion for being a fungi forager, so much so that you can move a point towards forager instead of fungi for me. And you're actually the first one to pull back the inky lid of the tree and scout out to look around for the fox to see if it is still there.
Did it eat my mushrooms?
It did.
Nice.
It did
So,
indeed. It
she's
is
hoping-
carnage out there for your mushroom offspring.
She's hoping that because she knows that she's poisonous, that it at the very least has maybe made the fox not feel super great.
Okay.
That's her hope. But yeah, I guess I'll look
You
around.
can roll a forager check for me. DC, I'll say 4 and under to see if you can find evidence of that.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you can actually see strangely weird footprints from the fox that overlap its paws it's definitely not walking in a straight line as it left this area. So you think maybe perhaps it has been poisoned or slowed down from the mushroom friends that you created in the field.
Okay. Whew. All right. Well, I'm hoping that if we come across the fox again, maybe he will be a little bit worse for wear.
Oh, all right. That's a good thing. Now I've been thinking, if we were to go into the Mushroom City itself and up to the capital, the top of the peak, we might be able to draw in the ley line towards us by doing a ceremony of some sort, an old school mage conduction ceremony. It was one of the first ones that they did back in the old times. It might work. So would we be able to safely get back to Mushroom City, do you think?
I don't see why not.
I think we can do it just fine.
Worth
Isn't
As
a
long
there
as we
try,
have
isn't
each
it?
other.
Isn't there also a bird somewhere?
Little bluebird. What?
I forgot
All
about
right,
that
well,
bird.
I reckon we
We
should
should.
around you, birdie.
Can
I can divert. I can throw my voice and make the bird sounds elsewhere, and perhaps that will keep the bird at bay.
But then how will you talk to us?
Oh, Inky.
If you throw your
Such
voice
a
over
sweet
there.
darling.
What?
It's okay, buddy.
No.
You're so sweet.
You.
Yeah, love. Have one of these biscuits I made.
Can I look around for an acorn? Like
An
like
acorn.
yeah, like a big acorn.
Okay, go for it. I will say, since you are
Go for
a
it.
scout, that you would have 2d6 for this, so you would have advantage. You can take the lower roll.
What do I need to roll under?
You need to roll a 3 or under for that.
I rolled a 5 and a 1. So
Oh,
1.
thank goodness you rolled the 1.
Yeah.
You see a giant acorn as you make your way towards Mushroom City. You are all running as quick as you can, keeping track of the bird. You see that every so often, Birdie is throwing out a little whistle, and it echoes off in the distance, makes a bird sound like it is a fair distance away from you all. It's actually quite impressive, something that you've never really seen another mushroom sort do before. And you're running towards Mushroom City, towards the hollowed trees where the gate is. And you do find a large acorn on your way. What would you like to do with it?
She wants to sort of see if she can, like, I don't know, wedge like a little like dagger that she has in between the like cap and like the base of it, and try and, like, I don't know, maybe even like have to use her body, 'cause she's probably not that strong, to sort of like push the head of it and the base of it apart.
Mhm.
And then she wants to bring the cap of it to Bibi and be like, I got you a new shield.
Well, ain't that something? Quite handy of you. I appreciate it. More of a buckler, not what I'm used to, but
Well,
much appreciated nonetheless.
you know, it's got a handle,
Yes.
so.
So nice.
And Birdie, wow, you're just so incredible at throwing your. I've never seen someone do something like that.
Yeah, Birdie, that was
Thanks.
something else.
Yeah, it's just something I can do. It's not a big deal.
No, I mean it's incredible. You really should give yourself more credit.
Oh dear.
Hi, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Just catching up.
Do you need a break?
Yeah, just a little breather. Just to. Whew. Been a while since I've been on a run through the forest like that. You were doing a right good job of running, pace setting. That's for sure. Let's keep going. I'll catch up. You don't need to worry about me.
It's all right. We can slow the pace down for you.
No.
That's important.
There's those birdies and foxes and bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
Goodness.
I didn't think of the bears.
Wait, what? There are
It's a-
bears too?
I've never seen a bear.
I'm not
Are
really
they-
convinced that they exist.
Rarity.
Don't worry about the bears. They don't tend to worry us. They're more interested in honey and where they can like take it from.
But my, you have a big bag of blueberries. Ah!
Jeez, Inky, it's so.
You need to get a hold of yourself now.
You need to.
No,
yeah, you need
Inky,
to.
the solution to that is to just eat the blueberries before the bears can get them. Now is the time.
So what? So I can be blueberry flavored?
No, so they don't
No,
know that we
thank
have
you.
them.
What?
It's
Sorry, I was talking too loud.
You want me
I
to-
actually
you
think
want
that's
me
a
to,
really good
like-
idea. We could just have a quick snack and then we could make our way to the doors.
Good idea. A little bit of a breather, eh?
I'd start handing out various different snacks and little, like a peanut that's like this big for us.
Have that. And have a blueberry for you, and what do we got in here? We've got.
I'll pop off one of the little balls off of a blackberry.
Yeah, have one of that each.
It's like an apple size
Yeah.
to everyone.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Perfect. You take a sweet little moment to rest, and as a healer, this food that you've prepared or gathered for everyone is actually going to give everyone an advantage for their next roll. As the healer of the group, since no one got damaged before. This is the best way to incorporate your healing skills. So
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, nobody really gets hurt in Honey Heist. It's like failing
Yeah.
at checks at best. So
well,
we'll
you
see how it
could
works.
have gotten hurt with the bird or the fox,
The bird
but
or the
you've
fox.
managed to do quite well with the combat so far. So you make your way towards the door. What do? The gates are shut.
Well, I could try prying it open unless someone's got a better idea.
Oh, you do
watch
what you need
as,
to do.
Birdie steps forward and she knocks 3 times as you're meant to on the front of the gate to get the guards to open.
Oh, right.
Oh, this is that gate.
I'm a little ditzy sometimes. Birdie, thanks for keeping us on
However-
track.
Swapped around.
Oh, no problem. However, no one answers, and the gates do not
no.
open.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's
Is
not a
there
good
a-
sign.
Is there a way like over the gates, or is it like enclosed?
It's like enclosed, so each of the hollowed trunks touches each other in like a circle around the Mushroom City. So getting through the hollowed tree is the only way to get to the actual village. Anyone know how to bust down a door?
I'll give it a shot.
We all look at Bibi.
This like very tall, lanky blue mushroom steps forward with an acorn shield.
I have an idea if that's okay.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so Ma, can you stand over here, please?
Of course, darling. I'll stand over wherever you need me. Oh, just over
Anita,
here.
Anita, can you stand over here, please?
Oh,
And just-
yeah.
Okay. All right. I create a big ink string, and I'm gonna run it between Mai and Anita, and then I'm gonna grab onto Bibi. I'm gonna stop pulling backwards.
Like a catapult.
A slingshot, but yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not so sure about this one, bud.
no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just you know, you got your new shield, and I mean, it's made of wood. The door's made of wood. It just checks out.
Keep your head down, Bibi.
Sure on the science behind that.
Okay. Saya,
Oh,
what?
dear.
And then I let go.
Bibi,
Okay.
as soon as he lets go, he's gonna put the shield in front of his head.
Shield first?
Yeah, shield first.
Perfect. Now, I would usually get you to roll this, but because I find this imagery so freaking cool, I will just allow this to happen. You create an inky thread,
Love it.
you pull back Bibi, and you launch Bibi Acorn Shield first towards these doors. They bust open, splitting from their hinges. You land in the acorn lid itself. Safe as
did
can
it!
be.
Bibi in
However,
a bit of
indeed.
in a bit of a daze. He's gonna like kind of get up and go, oh my, oh, let me sing y'all a little ditty. Well, I lost my shield one summer's day. Fox came up from behind, but that's just fine and we're okay, 'cause we've got each other's behind. Well, What
Oh
happened?
wow. You can sing
That was
too?
a lovely. That were a
Was I
lovely
singing?
bitty bitty.
I think we found out that mushrooms can have concussions.
What's a concussion?
Oh yes.
In mush.
It's definitely happened before.
Sorry, that joke was in spore taste.
You know,
You need to stop.
You thought I was done. I ain't even halfway through. This isn't even my final
I didn't
form.
think you were done. I hoped you were done.
So the doors bust down. You sing a little ditty. The rest of your friends gather around you, and you makeshift the doors to kind of shield the hollow tree once more, even though they're a little bit banged up. Trying your best to maybe still camouflage the entrance to your city, given that there are still predators out there. However, when you turn around, the guards aren't there. In fact, as you make your way further into the city, it's eerie again. There's no sounds of children playing or insulting Inky. There is no hustling and bustling in Mushroom Market. It is dead, silent, and creepy as all hell, as every mushroom you pass is frozen.
This is terrible.
Hello, 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 hello. Is anyone there? There.
Wait, hold on. Keep it down for a minute.
This isn't
But-
good.
What are we gonna do?
Birdie, what do we do?
It's all my fault. If we didn't try and divert the ley line so drastically with those rocks, maybe we wouldn't have diverted it completely in the opposite direction. We have to get to the city center and try and conduct this ceremony. Pull the magic back to the city.
All right, we'll follow your lead. Oh, Ma, I hope you're okay.
Without the magic, what's gonna happen to us?
We don't have much time, and we might end up like that.
Oh no.
Well,
Follow me.
lead the way.
You weave and duck within the city, within the tall, different makeshift apartments, the toadstool houses. You pass by Mai's street, where the cute grandma cottage is, and her husband, hopefully inside, still in his couch spot. You make your way further up towards Town Hall, and even further up than that, the city center point. Inside the building itself is a little stand, an ornate, marble-esque, made out of quartz position, and a small pool, like a little pond, carved into it. Inside that, you see Birdie starts going about, pouring different liquids into it, conducting a mage ceremony to try and divert the ley lines back towards you. What are you all doing at this time? What would you like to assist with, help with, or attempt for yourselves?
Are we doing the ceremony now, or is this like on the way?
So you are in the building, and Birdie is preparing the ceremony. But if you wanted to do anything on the way, you can also do that.
I just think that I think at one point Anita will
Be
be
good.
like, we should all be buddy. We should have a buddy system, and she just is gonna grab onto both Inky and Mai, and then she's gonna be like, Birdie, Bibi, you guys are buddies, and then she just pushes them together.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
And then, like, also during that, sort of, especially when we're walking by all of, like, Mai's friends, she's just gonna try and, like, kind of, like, shield Mai's eyes from, like, looking. It's be good.
Okay.
It's okay.
Mai, what are you doing?
Mai is looking at the sort of the ribbon medallion-y thing that we were given at the ceremony, and she's just sort of reflecting on how she's, for her whole life, she's wanted to be a forager. I've wanted to be a forager this whole time, and I should have been focused on being a fungus. I'm going to root myself into the ground and try to commune with the other members of my large extended family.
Okay.
And focus on the fungus side of me more.
You do so. I will get you to roll. This will be a 2 or an under because everyone is frozen, to see if you can connect to them and sort of help them.
That's a 3.
Unfortunately, you don't feel any of your family. You do, however, feel the presence of Crow in your mind. She is still sentient somewhere in the city. But unfortunately, you'll have to move your marker 1 towards Fungi since you
back
failed.
into the middle again now.
Okay.
Crow's around here. Crow's still around. I need to get to her. We need to find her.
I'm gonna just rush off and try and find her.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
since you're heading the buddy system lasted all but 2 seconds.
Yep.
As you start making your way into the city, luckily you're all heading in the similar direction, but you're now focused on finding Crow.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Inky, what are you doing in this present moment?
Well, I'm looking around and I'm thinking about, Mushroom City and what we were like, and then I think to myself, back when I was a wee little sproutling, there was a girl who I was kind of sweet on, and now she's probably somewhere in the city, probably just a mushroom. I like being a forager. I like going places. But we were supposed to, fall in love when I finally worked up the courage to talk to her. We're supposed to maybe have a few little sporlings. We were supposed to grow mold together.
There it is. I was going through a whole bunch of stuff in my mind, being like, I can't
I
see
thought
it.
it was
Get him
sweet
outta
at first,
here.
and then you killed it.
I also love that
Remove
you
this
took the
man's.
full autonomy away from this mushroom female who may not decide to fall in love with you. Love that you're like, we
Yeah.
were
Look,
meant to.
I am definitely in my own headspace here. I have never earned up courage to even talk to a woman that's not Anita and my.
Perfect. Okay, well, in that case, if you are in your head a little bit, I will say that any roll from here on forward, if you're still distracted, will be at disadvantage.
Damn. Savage. Okay.
And lastly, Bibi.
We're meant to have an advantage for our healing foods as well. Just got to remember that.
Yes, you do. So the one will be at advantage, the rest will be at disadvantage for you, Inky. Bibi, what are you presently doing?
He'd be watching Birdie. I guess you, Birdie.
Yes?
You just tell me what you need done. I
Oh,
don't know
all
too
right.
much about this stuff, but anyway, I can help.
Could you hand me that potion, please?
Of
In
course.
the glass cabinet?
Yeah, way up here.
Yep, the
Alright.
tall one. I can't reach it.
Sort of like easily just like brings it down. I guess he'll just be helping grab things for Birdie.
Not a problem. Roll a forage roll for me. I will make this easy because you're pulling jars out of places. So 4 or under for that one.
It's a 3 and a 2.
Okay.
Since we had advantage.
Yeah, no, you had advantage for the potions.
Yeah.
She looks at you with these wide, like love-struck eyes as you do something really like normal for you, is pulling something down from top shelf.
Like how a
for her,
man
this
feels
must
when
be
he opens a jar
so
for
impressive.
someone.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like unreasonably proud of themselves.
Yeah, she's just like very smitten as she goes about prepping for this ceremony. You hear the old squabblings of Crow in the town hall where you left them when you left for your mission. You hear very odd sounds, but definitely the only voice you've heard so far in the town hall itself.
I'm rushing straight there. I'm paying my
Oh,
own
yes.
paying my own safety. No mind at all. I'm rushing over to my friend.
I must
Crow?
Collect the...
Crow, where are you, love? Crow, it's mine.
My?
It's mine.
Is it
Yeah, where
you?
are you, love? Yeah, I'm here. You're all right.
I'm in the moon room.
In the moon room. Wait, let me find you, love. Just stay where you are. You're all right. I'm gonna rush in and find. Oh, there you are, love. You okay? Does she look like herself?
You see, she does not. You know that Crow was wilting as a mushroom anyway, as a very, very old mushroom. And now you see them very close to being frozen. Eyes very half shut, almost sleepy, almost groggy. And the whole body of this mushroom, your dearest friend, is forming into the ground, a network spreading out from below where her feet used to be.
My,
Yes.
I don't feel so good.
No, you're all right, love. You're gonna get through it fine. Yeah, you've lived through much more than this, haven't we? You remember the drought from a few years ago? We lived through that, didn't we?
There was a horrible drought.
Oh,
My
it was,
skin
wasn't it?
got very, very dry and very itchy.
Started to flake away, remember? They got all droopy and wilted.
You know, good. We got a lot of lovely face creams from that era.
We did.
Afterwards, yes.
Yeah. So you know, the good and the bad, we've got to take them both together, love. Yeah. Come on, have a sip of this, and I'll take out a little jar. And when I got home, I didn't have time with setting Gus up in front of the TV and feeding Jack. I didn't have time to unload my little tadpole soup, so I'll take that out and I'll unscrew the jar. And I'll say, "Yeah, love, have a sip of this. You're all right."
Oh, all right.
You see very, very timidly or not very capable of Crow sipping down this soup.
Hoping.
It does make her feel better. So I will say you can roll a d6 for me. Whatever number it is, it will pull her further away from fungi to forager on her own scale.
I got a 5 on the
Wonderful.
D6.
So she immediately becomes sprightly. She goes from almost being a fungi all the way back to forager. Dangerously close to permanently being a forager, but all good. Definitely, immediately you see the effects. The limbs all start to loosen.
Good stuff, this.
Oh, I haven't been able to find my knee joints for a very long time. This is good.
It's good stuff, isn't it?
Yes, what is it?
It were Sandra's kid at the market this morning.
Oh, I love Sandra's child. Such a button of a being.
I never remember her name though. Can you remember it? It's something all like exotic sounding, like Raphael or something, isn't it? I don't.
Yes, you're something bizarre. Definitely not of the mushroom variety.
I can't remember. And anyway, she's a lovely one, isn't she?
Yes,
she gave me a tie.
just inappropriate conversations all of the times.
Neither of you realizing that you have other things to be doing right now. So we cut back to Birdie and Biddy as they make this potion in the quartz bowl that sits in the center point of town.
Okay. So now that this is created, we need to do a little bit of a chant as a group. The more voices, the better, and pull the magic towards us. Now, hopefully, it's strong enough. Where's Mai?
Well, I'm not sure where she went. I could go get the others, but I'm worried. Are you gonna be okay by yourself for a bit?
Yes, yeah, I'll be fine. Just come back. And be safe.
All right, I'll tell you what. You hold on to this until I get back, and he'll hand the little acorn top to just in case. All right.
Thank you.
All right, I'll be back in a jiff. He'll go running off to find Mai and the others.
Okay, I will give you a forager check to find your friends and bring them back. This will be a 3 or under.
Okay.
You no longer have advantage.
Yeah. That's 4.
You are struggling to find them in there where they're currently located. You are close to the town hall, so you do hear some old biddies discussing some very random points. Different people's children.
Weather's been stranger
how
these years, isn't
successful they
it?
are.
Yes, I will say that random snowstorm the other Friday, that was bizarre.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
We were meant to be doing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bibi.
Yes, we need y'all in the center.
Of course. I found Crow.
Oh, great. All the more the merrier. We need you here.
Here we
with
are,
us.
love. So I forgot to mention, Crow. Everybody's turned to mushroom. We've lost some of the ley lines through the city, so we're trying a ceremony in the middle to get it all back again.
You didn't mention that part.
Yes, that's very wise, very wise.
Didn't mention that. No. When you walked in, we were discussing different cookware.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know anything about it, but we're going to go to middle city. We found Birdie, and she's helping us with a. She's helping us with a
Wonderful.
ceremony.
Yes, Birdie is an expert mage. She's very good at what she does.
She is.
Did I tell you the story of once when I myself was looking after her?
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to hear about that any other time but right now.
Oh, right, yes,
It's
yes,
very
of course,
important we
of
get she
course.
by her lonesome out there. Have you seen Anita or Inky?
No, I thought she were with buddy sisters. Oh, they were buddies together, weren't they?
You were part of her buddy system.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
shared.
Well, I'm Crow's buddy now. It's all good there.
Right.
I'll be your buddy,
Yes,
and I'll
yes.
put my arm out and we interlink arms.
Let's go, Crow.
Get to the center. I'll go find the others.
They start making their way towards the center, discussing all sorts of points as they go.
Do you remember when we used to, when we were like presented to the community as eligible women?
Oh,
That
yes,
was
I
a strange
remember.
time. That was the last time I think you and I have linked arms like this.
Oh, I bet it is. I'm feeling younger again already.
They make their way towards the center. Inky and Anita, where are you both located right now?
Or
Anita, Inky?
yeah.
I mean, you're taking me places. You grab me.
Well, that's
I'm-
true. I did
I'm
grab
just sad.
both. I grabbed the two of you, and then when I ran off,
Yep.
I got very confused.
Oh no.
And was like,
I'm still here.
That's not supposed to happen. Okay, well, should we go find Mai? And like, I think that she would have started wandering like aimlessly, and unless Inky like stopped her, would have sort of wandered to like looking for Mai, but subconsciously wandered to like where her house is, because she wants to like
Okay.
see her if her family's okay.
Did Inky stop her in this wandering journey?
I'm alone again.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Great, incredible.
You didn't follow? You just
No.
stayed?
I didn't know if I should follow Mai or if I should follow Anita, and they went in different directions, and I was here in the middle, and then we were supposed to be saving everyone, but I don't know where.
All right, then I will say, Bibi, as you continue on looking for your friends, you find a crying inky black mushroom just in the middle of the road.
Oh, Inky.
What are they eaten by birds?
Hey,
They
Inky.
brought the daughter.
Inky. Listen.
Hey,
Hey, it's me. Everything's fine. All right.
there's this, Anita, she went that way, and then Mai, she went that way, and I stayed here.
Well, that's fine. Thank you so much. I'm gonna need you to get to the center, and meet up with Birdie and the others. All right.
Okay,
I'll go grab
Okay.
Anita. We'll be back in a jiffy.
all right, I'll go there.
Visibly out of breath now. By the way, Bibi, just running around trying to find everyone. Just like
Perfect.
he
Perfect.
did.
Good to
he
know.
worked all like heavy lifting. Like he never did cardio. So it's like
Yeah, he didn't think that one through too much in the forager aspect of, running from predators. But that's cool. That
Thank
makes
you for
sense.
the hype train, guys. We
Woo!
appreciate you. Toot toot. Okay.
Perfect. So you start making your way in the direction that you assume Anita has gone. Inky, I will say I will need you to roll a forager, a d6 for me in the forager stats to see if you can make your way up to the center of town without getting distracted or lost again.
But do I still have disadvantage from being distracted
do,
from before? Oh
yeah.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel?
While he does
Do you
that,
feel
Rowdy, you're a
slightly?
madman and you're grounded. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you feel slightly better because of the food, the nice comfort food that I gave you earlier?
Oh, I did a little bit. I mean, yeah, I do. All right, I'm gonna just roll one. I rolled a 6.
Good.
Yep. No, you are still distracted, and you will need to move 1 point towards forager for me as you go in circles around the town center, not really going in the door, just kind of walking around it aimlessly. As we do so, Anita, you find yourself back at your small house, and you find in the kitchen 18 red cap mushrooms sitting around a table, all of them frozen in place.
And I'll like walk up to them and just kind of lean her head on some of their heads. Like, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. And she's just gonna kind of, I don't know, be like lost in that for a little bit.
It's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Perfect. Bibi, I will say you stumble onto this scene completely out of breath. A pain in your chest, you're somewhat wheezing as you speak, and you see a very solemn Anita hugging her frozen mushroom family one by one.
So he sort of rushes into the doorway, just, oh, there you are. I've been running. He sort of sees the scene as, all right. Anita, you doing all right, darling?
Yeah, I'm okay. We're gonna fix it. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll fix them right now. Here, come on.
Okay.
We're gonna gather at the center. Everything's gonna be fine. Everyone's gonna be a-okay. We'll be laughing about this in the morning over pancakes, I promise.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds nice.
All right, come on.
Okay.
We'll make our way to the center.
Look at him taking on the role of protector in more than just fighting stance. Protecting our feelings.
Oh no.
We
my
love
babies.
it. It's so sweet.
You make your way back towards the center of town. As you do so, you run into a very aimlessly lost Inky.
God damn it, Inky.
Him and Inky.
Oh.
Anita, Bibi, look,
How surprised he is.
look. I found a spores car.
Stop.
Oh, Spores cat.
That's great, Inky. Listen,
Yeah,
gotta
I
get.
want one of these. Hopefully one day when I become a forager that can afford one of these.
Inky,
And a
you are a
big
forager.
house.
Okay, let's go inside.
Wait, I had one more. In my big house, I'll have a room with a view. Okay, I'm done.
Nice.
Right.
You make your way into the town center, up the stairs towards the city center where this quartz pedestal is located. You find the two old biddies still discussing random topics as a very fed up looking birdie is finishing the touches on this potion. She looks up at the three of you, just so relieved that you are here and that she doesn't
Sort of
have
out
to
of
listen
breath,
to.
thumbs up. I got him.
Oh, you've done such a good job. Thank you.
All right, let's do this.
All right, everyone.
Chant.
Yes, gather round. Gather round.
Here we go. Come on, Crow.
Hold
Let's
hands or-
take seats up here.
So, what we'll need to do is we'll need to channel the magic towards us by rooting ourselves and speaking words that mean something to each of us. So, the best way that I found how to do this is to say 4 sentences that rhyme, that connects us to our home.
Having us
God damn
improv
it.
couplets? How could
God
you do
damn
it
it.
to us, AJ?
God damn it. So each of us has to say one of the lines.
Yes.
Are you sure
Okay.
that we can't just be like, I do believe in fairies. I do. I do.
All right.
Who's
Nope.
starting this?
It's gotta be a
call?
challenge.
So, who should start?
Well, I can.
Does that mean one of us doesn't have to? Because
The
we only
player's like, I really rather you wouldn't. I'd really rather it be someone other than you.
Especially because the first person who starts chooses what word everybody's
What the
rhyming
music
Exactly.
is, yeah.
I sure do love oranges.
Purple is my favorite color.
Actually, perhaps myself and Crow, we'll stir the potion whilst you four do the rhyme.
Thanks, Birdie. That's
All
very
right.
helpful.
All right. Crow, you
You're
just sit
welcome.
and watch.
All right then. Yes.
Love Crow's voice so much.
I'll make a beat.
Crow, drop a beat. My starts to
Yes.
unfurl
I
the
will
piece
just-
of cardboard.
You know what
on the
I'll do?
ground.
I'll do a simple little clap. So it will go boom boom clap, and we'll do it to that. Yes.
I see that boom boom clap. I see that boom boom clap.
Oh no. Well, who's gonna start? We should probably decide who's gonna start, and if you know your rhyme, just jump in.
Okay, I'll
I
start.
think as the DM, you could either choose your order or you could do it in the same way you
We should-
introduced your characters.
Should we roll initiative as it were? Roll
Should
a
we
d6
roll?
and first goes lowest. Go
Go
in
for
lowest
it.
order. Everybody roll a d6.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
Lowest starts? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a 4.
Oh no, I got a 3.
Well, I guess it's me. All right,
Hey,
I
we
got a
ended
2.
up in the order that you introduced your characters in by
Let's
accident.
go.
All right.
So, Rob,
it's- and the-
Faye,
and the-
Bobby,
and the-
then Dag.
And the topic is
Something that
It has to be
connects you
something
to
that connects
Our
you
home?
connects us to here.
Yeah,
to,
your
to your
home.
home. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a word to end the line on that doesn't screw the rest of you up.
Thank you for that, because you were the one I was most worried about starting. So.
Well, you know, if you're ever worried, you could just start us off with the Qantas ad and we could just sing that.
All right. What rhymes with family?
I thought about that too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anita. I wouldn't have been anything if it wasn't for my Gus.
Okay, I'm next. Okay.
And we need to save all the people surrounding us.
Even though some of them may swear and cuss.
That's good.
We all stand together. We fungus.
Yes. Way to bring it home.
Yay! I did it.
And as such, your
Thank you, Rob.
rhyming poem between the four of you feeds into the potion. You watch as it overflows over this quartz. The quartz begins to glow in that pulsating orange and red that you had seen earlier on in the day. And you feel the magic itself start to flow over you the way that your blood flows with mushroom veins. I was going to say veins, that makes no sense. You don't have blood. So you feel the mushroom energy
You've got
around the room, and
xylem
you start to hear one by one sounds of citizens of Mushroom City waking from this state. The entire city pulses with this orange glow, the magic filling the space. In fact, so much so that small speckles of gold and orange begin to float up into the sky like a magical show of fireworks and glowing bits of energy. And then the uproar from all of the citizens as they begin to hug and cheer. They are alive. They are well. And you, the 4 newest recruits to the fungi foragers, were able to save them.
Marty, we did it. You were amazing. Great work. Everybody was amazing.
You guys did it. You were the ones that were able to bring the magic back with the connection to your home. So really, it's all you.
No, it's all on you, Birdie. Your magic. If we didn't have a mage, I wonder how Garlic's doing out there in the forest.
Oh yes.
Oops.
Over the next couple of days, the foragers begin to return back. The doors of the hollow gate are repaired, and the 4 of you and Birdie sit down for pancakes at the new residence. The new residents of Biddy and Birdie, who have decided to make a new home for themselves. They host you all for breakfast this very fine morning, as you tuck into the lovely meal prepared by Mai and share in the laughs and jokes of your personal mission. We will end our story there.
What a feel-good game. What a cute little wholesome tale.
Yay!
So cute. That was good.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that.
That was so much fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Real quick.
Exploration.
Last chance. Mithril Armory giveaway. They're giving away a t-shirt off their website, so you can do !roll to be entered. Last chance to enter here. In the meantime, thanks everyone so much for coming, and also thank all of you.
A secret tag?
It was me. I was the guy all along.
Whoa!
It's like that Masked Singer thing. It's like it was me.
Speaking of which, let's go back through again. Y'all can. I just want to thank every one of you, and you go ahead and let people know where to find you in case we got some newcomers and stuff. We'll start with Rob.
Hello, I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I am a professional dungeon master and also a full-time TTRPG player person. You can find me GMing for Viva the Dirt League, or you can find me on Twitch at Robert Hartley GM. This has been a lot of fun. My first time playing anything even akin to Honey Heist, so I very, very much enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming again, Rob. I appreciate it. Faye, why don't you go ahead?
Hello, I am Faye. I'm known across the interwebs as Mendari, and I am a D&D world builder and home brewer. Do a lot of mechanic design and story writing over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Mendari, spelled MENDARII. I'm also on a bunch of other platforms, Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff under the same name. So you should come and check me out. And yeah, I too have never really played anything like Honey Heist. So this was definitely an experience, but I had a fun time. So thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Dag.
G'day guys, my name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and this has been amazing. This has been just so much fun. Everyone told me yesterday that they were coming in costume, and I didn't know how serious to take this because there have been situations where I have been caught completely off guard, and because, I have a freaking image to uphold, so I was like, you know what, let's do something fun. And it has been an absolute blast playing Inky with you guys, not just because Inky was full of puns and all the nonsense, but you guys made it so easy to just just have a great time and enjoy it. So this was an awesome way to start my morning. As for where you can find me, I'm all over the internet. You can just Google me, but if you want to find and hang out on my stuff, twitch.tv/DeadAussieGamer is one of the places you can find me, doing all sorts of cool stuff. And This Friday, we're actually going to be doing a very, very special mini series of a cowboy steampunk Western game that also features Mr. Robert Hartley as well over on my channel. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and something that's, like this, kind of not D&D and not dice related, then yeah, come follow my channel. Go check all that stuff out.
Yeah, be sure to do that, y'all. And also, you will also actually see Dead Aussie Gamer here back here next week to do his one shot, which we're all very excited for. But last but not least, our wonderful DM for the evening, AJ Winters. Why don't you go ahead and tell them where you can find him?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute blast. I'm glad that the wholesomeness of Phantom Fungi ended up being as wholesome as it was. It could have gone a very different direction.
In that last moment, I was when you were like sprinkly twinkly twinklies, I was like, she might just drop rocks on us all, and then a fox comes in and eats you.
It attracts all the birds to the area. Yeah. My name is AJ Winters. I am the DM and world builder over at WintersTales, my channel where I stream twice a week for world building, and we are building up to a Dungeons and Dragons game that we are launching in 41 days in a studio here from Western Australia, where I am from. I'm very excited for it. So if you're keen to see me DM some more or just check out other world building things that I do, like I did this world of the Mushroom City, then you can find me on WintersTales on Twitch or on YouTube, or at WintersTales Co on all the social platforms.
And thanks so much again. We had so much fun. It was a blast.
Yay!
Oh, so much fun. One last thing, we do have, it's an announcement for an announcement. So not, don't kill me.
Ooh.
But we have an incredibly ridiculous and outrageous announcement that's going to happen next week, so make sure you're here for it. But without further ado, I think we can go ahead and close up that giveaway. Drum roll, please.
Ooh.
Tippy tappy toopy. And the winner is Sasha21. Congratulations.
Hey, Sasha.
Reach out to us either here on Twitch, or you can join our Discord and look for Raina Ray. She just messaged in the chat there. And we'll get all the specifics sorted for you. But yeah, I think that's about it for the evening.
Amazing.
We're going to be raiding Knights of Silvermoon today, so stick around for that. They're good friends of the channel. We love them. But one last thank you to just everyone for showing up. So so much fun, honestly.
This was great.
All right.
Thank you so much.
AJ,
do we do the closer?
If you would like to do the closer, yeah, it's all you.
My closer, your closer. I don't know how this works.
Ours is encouraged,
allowing
but, you know.
me. Yeah. I'll adopt it as my own for the next 5 seconds,
Both,
and then
why not?
I will forget it again, probably. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring this chaotic chapter to an end with you all. I hope to see you again soon. But remember, be careful out there, because you could trip.
See y'all later.